And we're back!
Hi!
Hello everybody in chat. Welcome. So many familiar faces. Really happy to see you guys. Oh, thanks for dropping by.
Back!
Yes! Jesus, that was loud. Yeah,
I have a kazoo.
I see. Thanks for popping in, Jirachi. That's cool. The VOD will be on YouTube, and it's streaming live on YouTube as well, so, you know, you won't miss out, but happy to see you here. We are Esthara Chronicles. For those of you who don't know, I'm your cruel, absolutely abhorrent, yet very sexy dummy mommy, Sylfania, the game master.
Damn right, girl.
Then we have Bax Obsidian, played by Mads.
Hello there.
We've got Sildana Markuth, played by everyone's favorite Zondani. And we have Fervent Dickens, played by Gabe.
Yo.
But at the moment, it is a cat cam, which I assume none of you are complaining about. So there we go.
Listen. Y'all get free pussy on screen.
If anybody has complaints about my cat, I'll just fucking ban them.
I
Fuck
agree.
y'all.
I agree. No complaints about the cat. Alrighty then. It's been a while since our last game. I think it was like November or something. I don't remember when we had it last. Due to certain circumstances and scheduling issues, things had to get cancelled. But we are back in the new year and excited for the things to come. Now, in the previous episode, for those of you who weren't here, just a quick recap. Let me bring up my notes, because it's been a few months for me as well. It's been a freaking while. So...
we went to a cemetery and fought some bony boys and dug some graves. We had a backpack.
Exactly.
A
so
backpack.
let me bring it back. By the way, people watching on Twitch, if you notice that, for example, the music is too loud or one of us is too low, please tell me. It's really hard to balance the sound and the audio and everything, so if you would assist, I would really appreciate it. Because in the last episode, apparently when I turned on Archie Cam, I had double the audio for like half the episode, and I wasn't aware of it because nobody told me.
Oh no.
So yeah, to prevent such issues from happening, I've done a sound check before this episode, but do tell me if things go completely apeshit. Apart from that, let me bring you back into the world of Esthara. Now, the gang...
Your mouth. Let me see you chew.
Sorry?
What?
No. Let me see you chew.
I'm doing the same thing right now, too.
Oh, you're eating?
I'm eating some Cheetos.
Well, right then.
It's just conveniently in the right spot.
Thank you, Spectre. Thank you, Spectre. That's all I ask. So, in the previous episode, whenever the gang woke up just outside of the city of, I believe, Dogglehall, Bax didn't wake up. After they got attacked by two bandits when they were camping, the rest of the gang woke up, but Bax just kept sleeping. And so they loaded him up on the horse and carried on their merry way to Doggerdo, the city to which they've been heading for the last, I guess, almost a year now. In IRL time, but like a week in game time.
It's a long journey.
Yeah.
Such a sleepy boy.
On the way to Doggerdo, they've encountered an artist, a dwarven artist, as you can see here, who has requested to study Bax's body to paint, and Ferverand has graciously dropped him on the ground and let the artist poke and prod and figure it out. The gang had the artist gave Sildana a really nice painting of the elven hometown that he's been to, and they've carried on their way. As they almost got to the city of Doggerdo, when the night was sort of coming in the evening, they were passing by a cemetery, an ancient cemetery, and they heard some strange noises coming from it. And as they stepped right in, they could see a ton of skeletons. At first, it was pretty easy. Ferverand put Bax as a backpack on himself and decided to have a little fight like that. Sildana managed to dispatch quite a few as they went, but Sorry?
I was about to say, I like to imagine Ferverand like to take Bax, and he just sort of used him like he was like nunchucks or something like that.
I think it was more he put him on his back like a backpack and like tied his hands. the gang fought the skeletons, and at first things were going well, and then they started getting overwhelmed, and then Sildana went unconscious. Bax almost died, but the skeletons were dispatched.
Lost Gabe.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I'm here. I had to restart the browser.
That's okay. There we go. So as you guys are resting in this cemetery, you found quite a few magical and strange, odd items in the graves of the people the skeletons you've killed. A few of them you don't know what they do, but they seem magical. You need an identify spell to tell what they are, or attuning to them. You split them amongst themselves, so I assume you still have them in your foundry if things haven't changed. Or you wrote down what you have?
I've written it all down.
Because I have a list, I just don't remember who took what, so we'll go with that.
I took all of it.
I think I wrote down some of it, but I didn't write down everything.
Okay. Well, I have a list here, so if you guys are like, oh, I remember I had this, like, look through your inventory if you ever want to use any of these, and I have what each of them does on a list here. I just don't remember who took what. But anyway, the sun has finally set. You guys go to sleep to
Snore, mimir,
lick your wounds and, wake up stronger the next morning. And what happens is Bax. We have to talk.
Bax finally wakes up from his coma.
Bax.
Yeah, but he's got erectile dysfunction now.
Right.
Yes,
Bax.
I should have. Yes.
When you are asleep, you went to sleep still in when you were camping in near the road, and when you open your eyes, this isn't the usual dreamscape that you're used to. This isn't the lake with the fog and the stars and the constellations that you're used to when seeing whenever you go to sleep. When you open your eyes, you are in a lush forest covered with strangely colored trees and shifting vines and a beautiful sunlight going through it. You've never seen any forest as vibrant and as beautiful as this one. As you're sort of walking through it, you don't hear the crunch under your feet, but you can see all around you. And as you go into a clearing, you see beautiful... You're not really sure how old this person is. Anywhere between, I want to say, 13 and early, like 19. So sort of like a teenager. With long golden flowing locks, a wreath of flowers, a lyre in his hand that he is playing and singing. The music is ethereal. You are mesmerized by the beauty of it. And not only you, the rest of the forest seems to respond to the music. As this person sings and strums the lute, the vines keep undulating and moving in the rhythm with the song. As he sings, you notice flowers start to bloom from the ground out of nothing into bushels and just life all around. You even think you see the wisps of magic just appear out of nowhere, float and disappear back into it. It is a very serene and unusual scene. As you're watching it, you notice also that the youth seems a bit upset. The song turns mournful, his eyes first bright and shiny, dim a little bit. And as you look further, the dog's here. Sorry.
Dog.
The dog came in.
The dog has entered.
He's now.
The dog entered the forest.
The dog entered the forest. No, as you look to your left, you see a tiny fox, a red fox with a golden necklace that just jumps out of the bushes, comes up to the youth, who sees the fox and immediately brightens. And between 1 second of you blinking, the fox turns into a sort of an older man with long red hair, a bit messy, wearing green robes with gold and amulets and trinkets and tons of earrings on his very long elven ears. As the youth stops playing, they start talking in hushed tones, but you're too far to hear what they're saying yet. And then, as if you are compelled, your body moves, and at this point you realize you aren't really controlling your own body in here. You never really thought of moving forward, but you did. And you never remember being in this forest, but you are. As you come forward, you hear the wisps of conversation between them. You hear the youth putting down the lute and saying, I feel unaccomplished here, Elrury. Look at this place. I live to create, but there's so much creation here already. I feel redundant. The elven man with ginger hair looks up at him and says that, well, we all feel a little bit redundant. Archie, no, sorry, the dog's misbehaving.
Archie, redundant.
No, he says, these feelings pass, you just need to try again. Maybe find a spot in the Feywild where you can create more. You are in the Enchanted Woods. This is the cradle of the Feywild. Maybe go to somewhere like the Shadow Bog. That place probably needs a sprucing up. And the young man shakes his head and says, no, I cannot stay here. Maybe I should just leave and go somewhere else. The older man sort of frowns and says, well, I'm not your father to tell you what to do, but I would advise against that. The world is very different from the Feywild and from what you're used to. The rest of the universe is full of worlds of, honestly, troublemakers. So best to stay home. And at the word of, when the youth hears the word the universe, he perks up, and at this point, your body moves forward into the clearing, and both of them turn towards you. And the youth immediately brightens, and he says, Uncle! And then the vision disappears. You're falling through a shadowy fog. And as you open your eyes, you hear thunder. You're standing on a mountaintop. Rain and hail and just storm, with lightning bolts hitting the ground next to you, but you are not afraid. This is a dream. As you're walking forward, you see a figure standing at the very top of the mountain. The figure is a broad-shouldered sort of man in a tunic with long silver hair and lightning coursing through them as he is throwing boulders off this mountain down in rage. As you come up from behind and for some reason closer to the scary man, you see he turns, and in his eyes you see the fury of the storm. He's breathing heavily, and as he looks at you, he turns away, and clearly torn and angry and sad. As you come up to him, he turns and says, I have failed as a father. Archie! Sorry, I need a second.
Archie!
I'm sorry.
Just
We had
Seems
some
about right to me.
We had some pizza left over, and the dog fucking started eating it. I need to move it. Sorry, I need a second. Jesus Christ, hold on. I'll turn the camera off real quick. I'm sorry.
I am a failure as a father. Archie, please! My son!
Forgive me!
Dog,
Please.
digestion.
Please!
Fuck me.
Mother, forgive me! I just wanted a little pizza!
Okay. No, you can't do that. Fucking stop. Jesus Christ.
Oh my god.
Sorry guys.
The forbidden pie, it for real is. What is going on? It sounds like she's having like a war, like going to. She's having a battle right now.
Alright, I'm back.
Right?
Sorry.
Sounds like you were in a battle right there with the dog.
So we had pizza and we left it like on a small table, and then I turned and I see the dog is literally just eating it, and he's not supposed to have pizza. So yeah. And I didn't even hear him because of the music and whatever, so it's all gone. It's all good. Sorry about that. Where were we? Oh yes. Angry Storm Man turns away from you and says, I failed.
I'm a failure. Yeah.
I'm a failure as a father. How could I not see? How? Turns towards you, Bax, and he says, brother.
You're eating a pizza.
Brother, you must find him. He's never been outside the Feywild. He has no idea what's out there. Please. And then the vision disappears again. And then the third.
I'm assuming I can't answer, so.
No, these are all like, as you can't answer, you can't move. It's like you're watching a movie through someone's eyes. And clearly all of these people refer to you as their relative. I mean, if you want, you can try to do a religion check, or an arcana check, or a history check to see if you...
I'm assuming act like I'm seeing the memories of my god. That's essentially...
Yeah, I mean, if you want to confirm it, you can roll a religion check to see if you recognize any of these figures.
I'll do it. But uglier.
Oh yeah, I think...
I'm like, fuck.
So the way he's doing... The reason why the dog is doing this, I think it's his dinner time and he hasn't eaten yet, so...
Oh, well,
okay.
I'm not knowing shit.
Okay, yeah, that's a nat one. You have no idea who these people are. You've never seen any of this
I'm
before.
also asleep in my dreams.
You are asleep, and you're like, you're tripping some balls. At some point, you're wondering
Oh my god.
whether you actually took some drugs off of Sildana, and now you're just tripping. You have no idea. And just as you're thinking this, a third vision opens up. And you are back at the Dream Lake, where you always are when you go to sleep. And as you come up into the lake, usually where the Whispered One waits for you, it is empty. There's nobody there. The stars are a bit dimmed, the lake is calm, and there's no one here.
The birds are screaming.
I walk up to the lake and I just kind of like bounce the lake, see if everything's still acting normal.
So you just bounce
kind of like
the
I'm
lake?
knocking. I like, well, flick the lake, like kind of, you know, make it ripple.
The lake is underneath you.
Yeah, well, I'm just going down to the floor and flicking it, seeing if everything's standing.
Sorry.
Trying to make waves that kind of see if, like, essentially knocking on the realm itself, see if he's there.
Oh, okay, sorry. It'd be nice to make Furbrand a little bit louder. Apologies, give me a second.
I am super quiet.
That's okay, I'll just make you louder on my Discord, so you should be...
Just make him, like, yell.
No, it's okay.
Please
Azure!
don't. The moment he gets close to that mic, he'll blow you up.
Azuri!
Having me on any form of loud volume is a bad idea, because like yesterday some guy had me on speaker and I kept going, "Hey Alexa, play Despacito. Hey Alexa, call mom. What's my location?"
Anyway,
They just muted me.
okay, but you're I think we're all balanced now, hopefully. So thank you for that, for the note, Spectre. All right, so as you bounce on the lake, give me a religion check again.
Okay. Saying bounce on the lake is different. I'm flicking the lake and
Sure.
like trying to make ripples.
Sure.
Not bouncing on that lake.
Give me a religion check.
Damn. Please be higher. Oh no, not in that one. Never mind.
Another nat one.
Bro!
As you're
how?
about to flick the lake underneath you, you notice a figure come up and your hand smacks the top of the head of the Whispered One as he's coming from underneath the lake. You immediately topple back because he's coming up with a force, and as he
Well,
turns towards you and unfurls, he kind of scratches the top of his head a little bit and goes, "Hello, Bax. Figured it was you."
This thing's either gonna be really weird or really good.
Well, I mean, it can't be anyone but me, it seems. But hello.
One
Nice to see you
second.
again, my lord.
I'm just trying to... I'm trying to get a...
Like that's very awkward. Like imagine like just flicking your fucking god.
Yeah,
Oh wait.
Well, that's what a nat
Sorry.
one does to you, bro.
Pardon me.
That's what a nat one does to you, my dude.
That's what you get.
I'm just trying
Man would
to...
usually get smited for something like that.
Where's the picture? Oh, I had a picture of your
Oh,
God
you like
here
the kitty
somewhere.
too?
There we go. Archie.
Her head is like resting against my thumb
Okay.
because
There you go.
every time she's lying with me, she has to have her head
Dude.
on my thumb in some capacity.
So the
Do you want to like? Do you want to go
Well,
feed Archie or?
yeah, I think I'll just send Archie back to my boyfriend.
Go-
I don't know
go
why
feed
he
him.
sent him to me.
I think you want to like go do that. Yeah.
I mean, when we're on break, I'll feed him. He's already eaten half the fucking pizza. He's fine. Anyway. Little shit. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? He'll just vomit. Not the first time. Well, anyway. As your god kind of comes up and scratches his head, he looks at you and says, "You are here already. How peculiar."
Didn't die.
Yes.
Just dreaming.
To be honest, it seems I might have used too much power by keeping you alive. And so some of my memories have bled through our connection.
Yeah, I did notice that, and I respectfully observed it.
Well, you wouldn't be able to do anything. They are memories, after all. Old
So,
memories.
assume it's your family from back in the day.
Well, yes, I believe there is no point in trying to hide this from you any longer. I am the Whispered one of the gods of the Elven Pantheon. My brother is Dalsane, the god of storms, and I've been tasked with looking for his lost son. I've scoured the universe from one world to another, from the 9 planes of hell to the 7 heavens, and I have not found anything but footsteps and memories of him. And the last place where I've yet to look is Esthara. So as my follower, as my loyal subject, it is your mission to look for traces of him in this world as my proxy for I cannot.
I'm gonna.
Is what you search for on my behalf.
Of course, Master. I will follow your wishes. I will need a little bit more information on the kid to track him down.
I will tell you.
Master?
Shut up, Gabe. Yes.
Sorry, I was distracted by the dog. But anyway. Thank you for the follow, Zuriko, by the way. He looks at you and says, "Yes, I will tell you. His name. Well, back when I knew him, he might have changed it as he traveled the worlds. Let me just double check. That is the right one. Listing. Yes, it's... So, he looks at you and says, well, let's maybe start with my true name. The Whispered One is an alias I use whenever I am trying to secretly find information. My true name, which you might already know, is Galai Faye. And my nephew is Hui Taladar, the voice of the world. He is a young deity, the son of the god of the sky, and the everlasting bloom. He is life and magic, and music and color and light, and everything brimming with life. That's why he felt so trapped in the Feywild, where life is abundant. He felt that his divine purpose did not lay there, and so he has escaped and gallivanted
as one would be.
Indeed. I've tracked him down to this planet, but I cannot enter here. None of the gods can, you know this. For about 1,000 years, things have been odd.
Yeah, the portals to this realm has been very closed off. Does that mean that he is without his divinity and powers himself? Like he won't be able to attune to it or get his powers? Or will there be traces I can search for in more detail?
I've sensed his path here, but I do not sense his power. I do not sense him, but again, this world has been cut off to me. Only through you may I find even hints of him. I think where you are going, to the northwest hollow, to find the Keeper. That might bring some answers or a hint as to where we should search next.
I hope so too. And if not, at least give the opportunity to attune more to you and to power itself. So we will be able to better handle the situation.
That is very true. Well, I believe in you, Pax. I think you can do this, but I would advise not to tell this information to your companions. Your goals are aligned at the moment, but I do not know how they would feel trying to find an elven god.
I don't know either, but if from what I can tell, Farrand won't be extremely opposed to it. He is a loyalist, but I think if your ultimate goal is to get the kid and get him away and back to the Feywilds or wherever you choose to take him, I don't think he will mind that, like, leaving the plane. I at least I don't think he will oppose to it if that is the goal, to retrieve the kid and get him off the plane to you and to his family. And I don't think he will oppose to assisting, or at least has that as a sub-objective. But I will keep it a little hush-hush unless there's a moment I have to say it. Only as an absolute necessity.
I know. You know your companions better than I do. I trust your judgment in this. You know how to keep secrets. And this... I have not told this to any of my other followers.
I am very honored, as always.
Now,
And I'll do my best.
I believe
try
it is
tracking.
time for you to wake up. And as you hear this, you wake up in the morning feeling fully beat up, your body just hurting like crazy, and you turn around and you find yourself in a cemetery of all places, with Sildana snoozing quietly next to you, and Fervran just chilling, I guess, because you don't sleep, my bro. And to you guys, to you, Fervran, Bax is finally awake after like 2 days of sleep.
That's the way
He's
I awake.
still
You just
tied
hear me go, ah! What
You're
the
like,
fuck?
You got beat the
Dude.
fuck up. That's right.
You wake up, and the moment you try to move your limbs, you realize you're hog-tied backwards.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know why he did that either. Oh wow, you're awake actually.
Warning!
Get this shit off of me!
Well, it's only well, not even sunrise yet. You can wait a few hours.
Van Rend, get this shit off me.
I'm pretty sure
Now.
he slept for like a whole day actually. Hang on, I'll get you out.
That works too.
I take my knife out and I just cut it off the rope.
But I was gonna wear him to the new fashion show.
You were gonna
He
what?
is a person. He is not clothing. What
Not
is
yet.
wrong with you?
My goodness. How uncivilized.
I still find it really funny that the whispered one was like, "Oh, I go by the alias the whispered one because of my past." It's like, "Oh, is it not because of the whispering?"
I was also like, when you said like I go by the whisper one, my first one was like, no shit, Sherlock, but go on.
I wonder why. I also
Of course, I
can't
didn't
help
say
it,
it.
like Natalie, when you were talking about like everywhere he was searching, due to our relationship, my immediate thought went to Tom Cardy.
Why?
Have you checked your?
You checked your butt!
Not the butthole. Anyway, yes, he has searched everywhere except for the cosmic butthole, which is probably Esthara. So yeah, my dude here has checked everywhere, and this apparently is the only realm where he hasn't yet.
Confirmed the cosmic butthole.
Cosmic butthole. But yep. Awesome. So you guys wake up and decide, I assume, to pack your shit and carry on to Doggerdo, because you can see it in the distance. You can see some ancient, tall ruins and megalithic stones and such.
You know, if there comes danger today, can we not? Can we just not?
Oh, by the way, yeah, all of you get long rest, so.
Oh, okay.
How about, does Mads get an extra long rest?
Nah, he just gets a regular long rest.
He needs to relocate his shoulder because it's been dislocated for like a whole day.
Mate,
Probably.
just sleep on it.
Archie.
Just sleep on it. It's fine.
Pop it
Stop.
back
What are
in.
you doing? Here's your bone. Here's your bone. Shut up. Take the bone and shut up. Okay.
Yeah, Archie, take this bone.
I'll
Take the bone and
feed
shut up.
him during the break. He's already eaten a lot of... So he actually didn't eat the pizza. He ate, like, French fries with cheese and some bacon. Little bastard. I mean, they're not
Not sure if
poisonous.
that's good for him, but
No, they're not
poisonous. But
they're not poisonous.
Also, yeah.
Yeah, he ate just, like, this much. So, not a whole bowl of it. So I reckon he'll be fine, but a little demon is just... It's like a toddler, you have to watch him. Anyway, alright, you guys are all well rested and you get on your way to Doggerdo. You get on your horses and carry on, and the day is very nice. No, super extra long rest doesn't really give temporary HP, it's just a thing.
It should. Just please.
It
Please.
should, but it doesn't. As you guys carry on to Doggerdo, you slowly come closer to the city. Furtherand, as you're sort of riding on your horse and the sun is hitting you from behind because it's early morning, in front of you, you see your shadow shimmer a little bit, and the shadow buddy appears, and then one eye pops up. Another eye pops up, and for the first time, you see a grin.
Hey, there's my boy. I reach out my hand so he can ride the horse with me.
He sort of slithers up towards you, and you can see he starts mouthing things, but there's no sound coming out. But now you can read lips. Can you read lips?
I do believe I can.
That was a thing you think we're using.
Did I have the observant feat?
I'm not sure. One of you could read lips at some point, I remember. You can see the tail. You can see a little demon.
Actually, wait. Is it me, actually? Hold on.
Anyway, he can now use
I
his
can't
mouth
read
to
lips.
speak, but there's no voice or sound coming out. Just so you're aware. As you're getting closer to Doggerdo, you understand why the city has been a fascination of historians and architects through the ages. It is a small town built around megalithic ruins. The culture is mostly tourism focused, but you do find some young architecture students, historian students, marveling at the wonderful ancient sort of remains of a city that used to be here. So the new city of Doggerdo has been built almost into the ruins. So as you're walking down the colonnade row, it is literally a bustling area with inns and shops and giant megalithic sort of Stonehenge-like stones that stand in a colonnade. And the rest of the city is in a similar sort of shape, but this is the first place you see. You see a lot of different tourist, what are they called? A lot of different like touristy booths selling replicas of the various. Sorry?
Souvenirs?
Yeah, like a bunch of souvenirs, replicas of the big temple you can see up on the hill, and a bunch of different stones, and there's a lot of. It's a bustling city even from morning. But yeah, what do you guys do? You're now in the city of Doggerdo.
Well, we wanted to get to the ruins, so we truck onward.
So do you have any particular direction you want to go to? Because at the moment you're just standing in like the opening to the city, which is a big row of the stones with inns, like with little shops and booths all spread across them.
Well, we knew where the ruins were, right?
We
I don't
got
know.
something on it, I think.
Did we?
All you guys know is the prophecy that I told you, and the second thing you know is that the elf that kidnapped you and Sylfania and tried to resurrect his dead boyfriend. Apparently, he also told you he had studied the stones in the ruins near the city of Doggerdo. He didn't specify where they are. He never asked for a map, so. From what I
go
remember.
to the nearest booth and I just ask, "Hey champ, where are the oldest ruins in this town?"
As you come up to the booth, there's a very young human boy who kind of like, well, this whole city is a big ruin. As you can see, we have our ancient stones that used to be the giant's entryway into the city. Some say that there was actually a covering above them that protected everybody underneath it from the sun, but we do not know, for this place is truly ancient. Now, would you like to buy a souvenir brochure?
No.
Okay.
I walk away.
Okay, bye. Jesus. Oh, hello.
It was like I asked for a thing and he gave me a sales pitch. Neither of us got what we wanted.
Yeah. What are the rest of you doing? What are you doing, Sylfania?
I'm kind of just riding around, really.
Riding around.
You guys are still on horseback,
yeah.
so.
I asked someone if there's an archaeology guild or somewhere who's focusing on discovering places that are yet unknown to the city.
You give me an investigation check.
No, that's the wrong one.
Also, Mats, give me your hand.
No.
Give me your hand.
18.
Right now.
18. As you sort of catch a person that has a lot of like schematics in their hands. Which did you want to ask for the? Sorry, I missed it. The architectural guild or historian guild or what?
I was gonna ask whether or not they know of an existence of a historian or archaeology guild somewhere that would essentially know more about undiscovered places here, or discovered places but still dangerous and not discovered through.
Yeah, as you sort of catch the student who's running past you, it's a young half-elven girl with sort of curly dark hair, and it's got pins in them, and there's like half of it's in a bun. As she's carrying a bunch of papers in her hands, looks like a student. You sort of stop her and you ask her some questions, and she explains to you that this usually students of both archaeology, history, and architecture, because the ruins are, it's the first example of ancient city building. They all congregate here, but there isn't really a guild per se. The person who knows the most and sort of the go-to person would be the owner of the local inn, because rumors say that she has descended from the original occupiers of this city, and her family has the most information about Doggerdo. And, but she's not very friendly to everybody, so a lot of students have to, run some errands for her to tell them information.
Butter her up.
Which is she's like, I'm literally on an errand right now, and she nods at you, shakes you off, and carries on to the end of the colonnade.
Well, fellas, we have someone to ask. What do you think?
Give me your hand.
What for?
Do not let him give you. Do not give him your
Give me
hand.
your hand.
Do not do that.
I'm might so curious. Fine, here you go.
No, you know what's gonna happen. I already
I
know what's
put-
gonna happen.
I give you a high five, and then I put a small black obsidian shard in your hand.
Ooh, is that the obsidian shard you got from the grave?
Yep.
So as you take this obsidian shard, you, Bax, can feel that it is actually a magical item. I'd say you give me an Arcana check.
Yeah. Let no one notice what I just did.
14. You cannot discern what exactly it does. You've never seen anything like this before. It's not a stone. It's like, I'd say, it feels like obsidian, but it's something different. The stone looks as if it's completely absorbing all light. It doesn't seem, like the very, very black color that makes you think, this isn't real, right? This is being cropped on a video, but it's actually the color.
Black 2.0 or 4.0.
Yeah, like
or
black
whatever.
4.0 or something. That just confuses your mind because it absorbs all light. And that's what it looks like the closer you look at it.
Good old Vanta Black.
And you realize that it is a magical item, and the only thing you know about it is that it requires attunement. You really can't discern what sort of magic it is. Vanta Black, that was the one, yes. You really can't discern what sort of magic it has until you attune to it, or until you have an identify spell.
I
Well,
wish
I
my
don't
mom could
have
pick
that.
it up, but the cat is snoring right now.
Aw. Don't look
You know
at
what?
me. Not you, the dog.
Yeah, I mean, maybe there's a mage around here who can know how to identify this.
Well, can you
Other way.
identify this? And I just hand you the bag of the rest of the loot.
Identify these.
So you find
these magic?
a cloak, a scroll, an amulet, a candle, and a bone dice set.
Yeah, I got it out of there. We got
Okay.
old as fuck coins. We got reins with a spiral, a fading spiral. We got a silver amulet with swirling gray gemstone. A scroll case with a scroll. Something you would probably like. A tattered ash-colored cloak that absorbs light. A bone dice set with symbols. A gray candle, jar of ashes, small black obsidian shard that I just let you have. Burial shrouds with same symbols as dice. And clay pot with stone fingers, and a knife with gold trims and red gems. Smells like iron stain.
You know what? Let's go to the inn. There might be a wizard who has the very simple identify spell.
Do you not? Are you not a wizard?
You're a wizard, Harry.
I
No.
say this mockingly.
You and I both know he's not a wizard.
You know, wizards don't have all spells in the world, right? Even-
Hey, what do you think?
Anyway,
as a
let's go
student?
to the inn. Shut up. Let's go to the inn.
Cool. You guys head over by asking some passerbys where is the, you remember the Pillar's Rest, it's called. And everybody points you, it's a very easy to find inn, you don't need to roll me investigation or anything. It's a rustic
can
inn
do it
nestled
anyway.
between two towering stone columns. And it's rumored to be as old as the ruins themselves. The architecture is made... You notice that a lot of buildings here aren't made of wood. They're kind of made of stone to fit with the megalithic ruins that they're around. But unlike the ruins, the stone is very well cut. It doesn't seem like it's roughly made. It's very expertly done, and some places have really cool carvings, but it's very stone-based sort of location. As you enter, you see a kind of a high-ceilinged common room, and there's the tables are made of oak with a stone base. There's a crackling hearth, and there's iron chandeliers hanging from the top. All around the walls, you notice there are like those little... If you ever been to a museum and they would like show the Egyptian hieroglyph plates, but they would be like just basically stones on walls with a bunch of writing. This place is covered in such artifacts or relics, just on the walls as decorations. As you turn to the left, you see the innkeeper, who is an older half-elf lady. She is, let me find it for, oh, there we go. Yeah, sort of an older half-elf. She kind of has these dark brown eyes. Seems quite elderly, but you're not used to seeing... I mean, you've seen a lot of half-elves, but the strangeness about half-elves in majority of Ravinian Empire is the fact that some of them have ears that are exactly like human ears, and you can't really tell that they're half-elves. Some half-elves are closer to what Sildana's like, and their ears are a little bit pointy, and some half-elves have very long pointy ears. I guess it depends on how much elf blood they have inside them, and how much
elf juice.
Yeah, what percentage of elf DNA they have inside them. This lady seems to be, closer to a high elf, but it's really strange to see one so old. She's cleaning glasses, and you see a bunch of students or, kids, young people dressed in robes of some sort with insignia, listening to her every word as she is barking orders for things to do, or says something in the vicinity of, "If you wish to know the secret writings of my ancestors, you must peel 3 kilograms of potatoes. Post haste!" And, the group of 3 kids runs to the back room, and she just starts giggling and washes the glass.
Can we get the easier version through commission?
She looks at you, it's like, "Oh, new travelers have come to a wonderful city of Doggerdo. I am Mara Drust, the proprietor of the Pillar's Rest. You wish to know about the ruins?"
Wish to know about
some things.
Yes, Farron, you're probably the better questioner in this equation, but do you know about the Crimson Death?
The Crimson Death? Oh, hold on a second, sorry guys.
Quickly opens notes.
No. I'm just, I've noticed my YouTube stream, something happened to it, but no, it's fine.
Immediately goes...
Yeah.
Oh shit, where the fuck?
I'm trying to find her stats real quick. Bear with me.
She's a level 20 NPC.
Ha! Yes, she is. So yes, she's, so what did you ask her exactly, sorry?
I asked if she knew about the Crimson Death. Because essentially the runes that we are looking for had something to do with the path of Crimson Death.
So as you say the word Crimson Death, you see her hand slip on the glass, and you hear some of the tables behind you, the people that were sitting at these tables, they're suddenly all start hushing themselves, and they turn to look at you, and she gives you this kind of terrified look, and she kind of motions for you to come forward. She goes "Do not speak that name here. Gods, you won't just foolish. Follow me." And she pulls you guys into the kitchen.
Occasionally.
That was an easy way to fix the issue.
As you guys get pulled into the kitchen, she closes the door behind you. You turn and you see the 3, I assume, whatever students start peeling potatoes, and she shoo! And they grab them and head off into a different room. She makes sure that all the windows are closed, and then turns towards you and says, "You do not invoke the name of that thing in my inn, do you understand?"
Well, for reasons that are quite important, we need to follow, not, condone, but follow the path to find something very important.
Do you
And
have
that is
any
concealed
idea?
in one of the ancient hollows around here.
Do you have any idea who the Crimson Death really is?
No, but I would be very happy if you would
You just invoke
explain
his name.
further.
They are a shadow, an assassin, a creature of darkness that stalks the land of Esthara. They're a mythical assassin who has never let their mark go free. If they come to town and you stand in the way of the Crimson Death, you will not survive the encounter. And some say that they aren't even human at all, and that if you use their name in vain, they will appear. And she kind of looks around, clearly terrified.
Well, honestly, we fought a false Hydra not long ago, so danger is following us.
Fucking
What?
Chris, I'm sorry. Your Twitch stream is like freezing every now and again, and you froze in the middle of that eye roll, and it just looked like you're having a seizure in the Blair Witch.
What? My Twitch is freezing? I think it's fine.
It stops every now and again, and it just froze at the perfect fucking frame.
Twitch stream? That's odd. You sure it's not your internet? Because
Yeah, I've been looking at it. It hasn't frozen for me.
okay, yeah, because I'm also monitoring it on my side, and I don't know. Anyway, as long as you get to see it, but yeah, just take a screenshot if it happens next time. So yeah,
Either way,
It only lasts like 3 seconds.
we
Yeah.
used to dangers, but I understand your concern. But for reasons for, as Fevron would probably agree, national security, we need to get more to understand more.
I understand, but just call them as something else. Do not use the CD words together.
Okay, the red punks.
The red Unaliver.
That will do. That will do.
The red
Just
underwear.
do not call them by their name. They've not come through the city of Doggerdo just yet, but I've heard rumors of cities around us being plagued by this creature.
Well, in accordance to what we know or have heard, part of the Crimson Death has already been in one of these ancient hollows.
Well,
You just invoked him. It's red Unaliver, you fuck.
Fucking
Oh, good morning. Did you wake up? Was a good nap?
off
he's
cat.
fucking Pink Panther for all I care. But
Well, she kind of looks at you and says, well, the thing is, the city of Doggerdo itself is... there's tons of ancient ruins. There's the ruins of the Grand Temple. There's the ruins of the Colonnade. There's the ruins of the city. There have been some ruins found outside. If you're mentioning an ancient hollow, there are many to search in, if you'd like to search for the path of this red Unaliver. But I would not recommend it.
Does the name The Keeper give anything?
The keep.
And supposedly maybe northeast of here, or like just maybe the northeast section or something.
She kind of scratches her
Just tell
chin
him-
and goes,
Just tell the whole thing.
I essentially just did, but
she kind of looks at you and goes, well, I've heard there were rumors of a secret location. So there's obviously the ruins of this city, which have not been fully excavated. There's many excavation sites going on along the big city of Doggerdo. But also some people have said that there are rumors that outside of the city there are some hidden ruins. And, well, I don't know exactly where they are, but our local chef might know. He's our local bard as well. He has gone out of the city much more often than I have, so he might know more about the I don't know how to say it, extra outside of ruins outside of the city, but like there's like an extra, you know what I mean. I can't find the word. Fuck it, you know what I mean.
extra archaeological sites?
Yes, because there are rumors of the Forgotten Path. It's a path that takes you from the Great Temple down towards some of the local sort of boulders that weren't processed or maybe were going to be used in the building of this city. And along this path, sometimes many people get lost, but some find an ancient stone circle.
Where's this
Well-
temple?
Well, the temple, if you follow just outside and to the left, you follow up the temple steps, and there's a few guys if you ever wish to talk to them. Although I'm the best one in this city to ask about these questions. But I cannot leave my inn, you understand. I'm a proprietor, we are understaffed, so you're going to have to use one of the locals.
I know what you mean. I completely understand. Yeah, we're just in a pretty big hurry because if we don't find this place, a lot of people are gonna die.
Yes, well, all adventurers, and I've heard all sorts of reasons and excuses to find these ruins, my dear. I am sure a lot of people are in grave danger, but the temple steps are to the left.
No, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to coax you into helping. I just like mentioning it.
By the way, Gabe, could you move your camera back to your face now that the cat's gone?
I know the cat is gonna come back in like 3 minutes.
I see.
Anyway, can you introduce us to your cook bard friend?
Why, yes, of course. He's going to sing during the lunch hour later today, so gives you time to look at the temple and maybe come back and chat with him. At the moment, he's prepping in the back, and you hear like fire and chopping and all sorts of stuff. He is quite busy.
Fervent, can you assist him in cooking and getting intel?
No.
Fuck. I can't cook.
You think I'm a chef?
Oh, you had some talks with the other chef. I don't know. You might have learned something.
Wow. Well, I mean, if you think I learned how to cook just because I talked to a person, like, twice, I mean, I think you expect too much of me, man.
Hey, man. I'm just asking. What about you? And I look over to, Sylvania. Do you know how to cook?
Yes, I know how to cook.
Do you
I
know how
think
to...
I've been around for so long I haven't learned.
Can you go and... can you ask the cook in the kitchen if you need some help then and help him and also sort of gain intel at the same time?
Give me a persuasion check. One of you give me a persuasion check.
19.
One.
Wait, it didn't register for me.
You got a 19.
I rolled a 19.
Ah, okay, it's just taking a while. Alright, 19. As you're saying this, the innkeeper kind of looks at you, Sildana, looks you up and down and says, looks at your hands, which, I don't know if you're wearing gloves, but you can see, like, calluses on your hands. She's like, right, you seem like a working kind of girl. Off you go. He's in the back.
Alrighty then. I'll give this guy a little talking, I guess. I don't know.
Have fun. I guess we'll wait in the inn then before we go to the temple together after you've done with asking.
And as you guys split up with you guys waiting in the inn, she kind of comes up to you and says, so what would you like to order? We have lots of drinks on the menu and we have food as well.
What do you think, Fabian? What do you want? Want a drink?
So we have a stone brew ale, a dark, hearty ale brewed with local herbs. You will not find it anywhere but in Doggerdo or in any other inns. We also have Doggerdo spiced wine. If you don't like beer.
Dealer's choice. I give us something we'll never forget.
All right, I'll get you the spiced wine. It's quite good. And she
Gives
walks.
us something we'll never forget. Hands us like a glass of beer with her nude on it. We're like, oh fucking Christ, that's disgusting.
Oh, you're never gonna forget that.
Yeah, she serves you the Doggerdo spiced wine. It's 1 silver piece per glass. It's a house specialty. It's basically like mulled wine. Like it's served warm, and it's got like interesting spices. It's a different kind of wine. You've never drank something like this before. It's quite good. So as you do this and Saldana goes back into the kitchen, when you go in there, you see a sort of a tall, burly, red-headed man who at the moment isn't holding a guitar, at the moment is holding a cleaver and is chopping up a lamb shank. As you turn around, he kind of looks at you and says, "Oh, hello. Bye.
Hello there.
I'm quite busy right now. I cannot help you, but if you'd like an autograph, I'll do it some other time. I'll be singing in about 2 hours."
No, I'm here to assist you, actually.
Oh, are you now?
In the
One of our dear mother's victims you are. Well, could you please wash the greens in the corner over there? Thank you. He just starts
Alrighty then.
chopping things. On this note, yeah, I think we can carry on for a little bit because I need to feed the dog in a second. So next time the ads come up, we're just gonna get a break. All right. So do you ask him any questions? Do you do anything, Saldana?
I gotta ask him about the
Mad glanced. Man went down. You did not pay attention to the conversation, did you?
I did pay attention. I did. I'm not very good at I don't know how to phrase
the
it.
information went inside, it just didn't stay inside.
No.
And see, Mia's back. She has got more cuddles now.
It's in general about maybe a path that the Crimson Death went in ancient ruins northeast about the Keeper. I believe that was what we talked about, right?
It was about the ancient ruins.
Yeah.
I just don't know how to ask about
I mean, asking him about ancient ruins is like asking us about fish. It's like, well, I mean, there are many types. You gotta be specific.
Yeah, and that's why our specifics included the Keeper, northeast specifically, and then.
Yes, do you know any ocean fish? I mean, yeah.
Shut up, Gabe. But yeah, and then including that it's also slightly on the path of the Crimson Death, or you can also call him the Crimson Pandy. I don't know.
I'm about to say I'm not allowed to say the Crimson Death though.
Then say the Red Pander. I don't care. Just
The Red Unaliver.
The Red Unaliver. I fucking love that.
That's the title of the episode, baby.
The Red Unaliver.
Feel free, Danny. Whatever path you want to go on.
I just sort of turn to him and I just say by the way, I'm also I was said that I could ask you about a particular set of ruins.
Oh, darling, I know about all the ruins around here. I've sung in each one of them. You can even ask me about the acoustics behind each stone. Some are better.
How about the Red Death?
The what now?
Sorry,
Red Unaliver.
Red Unaliver, I meant. Sorry.
Okay. Let me roll an intelligence check to see if he picks up on what you're cooking. Because it just seems a little bit. Yeah, he's just. Maybe I'll see if he can understand what you're doing.
I'm not allowed to say it exactly. She said.
I'd say intelligence is just a 6 a second. Darling, I have no idea who you're talking about. If it's a different bard, fuck them, I'm the best. I do not speak to the rest of the bards. I am the only one in this city, and that is what we're gonna go with.
The Red Death was called.
The Red Death.
Crimson Death, right.
Oh, crap. Well, right. Oh, I see what you mean. Yes, best not to say that name in front of Mara. Right. No, they've not been in the city. Do you see any corpses lining the road and blood flowing freely down the steps? No, they have not been here.
This is the moment where the Crimson Death T-poses through the wall, just spawns the cue boss music.
I've been trying to avoid just saying it. I'm just okay.
There are myths that go about this red deceiver. They are
say
an
his name 3 times
assassin
in the
that
mirror.
destroys anyone in their path. If they pass through a city, there will be bloodshed for sure. So, this city thankfully has not seen the likes of it. And hopefully will never see. But there are a few stories and songs I know from other smaller towns that exist no more because the Red Unaliver, as you call them, has
the
been
Crimson
through them.
Fucker.
The Crimson
Crimson fuckers.
But yes, that is, I could give you some stories about another like little towns where they have been, but none of that here.
Anything involving the ruins that's
Oh.
associated with them?
Not with them, but there's quite a few interesting ruins around here. Some ruins make people disappear. It's quite spooky.
Not sure if any of those are the ruins that me and my party happen to look for.
Well, I'm not sure what exactly you're looking for, darling. If you're looking for something associated with the Red Unaliver, then it is not here. If you're looking for some suspicious ruins, there are quite a few. Nothing,
Quite
you
a
know.
few.
Well, yes, there's the mythical one that not many find, but yours surely has, of course, stumbled upon it. Would not recommend going there. Anybody who's ever went inside has never come back out.
Where is it?
Oh, it is on the
Out of
Forgotten
curiosity.
Path. It's a very interesting story. You're supposed to go and let leave of your senses and let the stone lead you. And then you will get to see the Ring of Stones, of ancient rocks, I guess, where, you know, magic starts acting haywire.
Oh, you mean like everywhere else?
Well, no, not everywhere else. It's pretty special to Dogrado, I'll mind you. It's our local ruins that have you not diss them, thank you very much. And bring those vegetables over.
Uh-huh, yes. Trying to think. Is it okay if I just... I'm trying to remember. Wasn't there, like, what was the other things you guys said there was? The road or something?
The key words that you should use is
Yes.
the keeper. The
keeper? Okay.
In an ancient hollow that is likely northeast.
Okay. Do you know anything about the keeper?
The keeper. Well, there are quite a few keepers in the mythology of this place. For example,
in the northeast.
Northeast. Well, that is where the Forgotten Path generally leads, I reckon. So mayhaps that is the ruins that you search for. But keeper-wise, there's only one elderly keeper in this city, and that would be Mara herself. She has been, and her family have been in the city since ancient times, before the Empire even existed or was a breath upon people's lips or minds. They have been here guarding these ruins for centuries. Some of the myths and legends passed through her family, including some relics, are unique.
Okay, so that's really all the information then.
How did it go fully again?
The
prophecy?
The full prophecy, oh boy. It's quite simple, really. It's just to beat the odds and venture deeper, head northeast to find a keeper concealed within an ancient hollow. The Crimson's Death's path thou must follow. Yeah.
And on that note, we're gonna go into a break because the ads are about to come up. So I need to feed the dog, so it'll be not a very long break, but gives people time to get a drink, you know.
I would have monologued. I would have monologued a little bit more mysterious, but I've said it so many times.
Nah, it's good. It's fine. All right, I'll see you guys in a second. Be right back.
times.
And we're back. Sorry about
Hibolimo.
the slightly longer break. I had to feed the dog, and he's currently drinking, so you'll hear that slurping. The little demon. He was starving, that's why he ate my fries. Oh well. So, alright, Sildana, you are currently cooking with the chef.
Hey.
Doggo, you want to see Doggo? Archie! Up! Come on!
Bro is not gonna do none.
He's still eating.
In the
Give him a second.
meantime-
Archie!
Yeah.
I am just rubbing the cat's nose.
I should.
Doggy! Doggy!
Donkey!
Doggy!
Oh, I thought it's a donkey. I don't know why.
Doggy.
That's the dog.
Donkey.
It's a donkey!
Yeah.
Alright, go. He's so heavy. He's like 32 kilos. I can't lift him. But anyway, right. You are currently in the kitchen with the chef, who is sauteing some sort of a mash of vegetables and meats in a pan. You've just asked him some questions. He apparently knows a forgotten path to the ruins you need to go to.
He mentioned something about, like, basically, like, just need to, like, feel our way for the path or something?
Yep,
Wasn't
it's
really.
the path where you sort of let go of your
Trust
senses
the-
and let intuition lead you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
trust the heart of the cards. I mean, heart of the stones.
So, I guess we just go in with a blindfold and we just start walking.
You can. I
At the
won't.
moment, you're in the kitchen, so
You gotta finish the job.
You're gonna wear the blindfold.
So do you ask him any more questions, or do you just finish helping him out in the kitchen and then go back to join your
Nah,
friends?
I can't really think of anything else to ask him now.
Sure, I guess you spend a good 20 minutes helping him out as his assistant. When he has all of the pans and pots on the stove and in the oven, he kind of lets you go back to your friends. And I assume you relay the information you've gotten.
Okay. Yeah. So, you guys want to go into the woods and walk around blindfolded?
Now we should probably find whatever history we could dig up on the Crimson Death.
Doesn't sound like there was a whole lot. The only one who knows anything seems to be the madame of this place.
The madame. Why, yes.
Yeah.
Archie,
she
Jesus, you are
refused
thirsty.
to say more. I mean, she didn't refuse, but she essentially said that I haven't been through here. But I don't believe that. It's probably just all the way back then.
Well, I doubt she's gonna give us more information unless she gains something from it. So unless you want to pay her or do her a lot of favors, there's no use barking up that tree.
I mean, literally when I came in, I said that she wanted to do something for a commission. I was not gonna do vegetables and shit. No offense to you, Sylvana. But, yeah, it's,
I understand, you don't know how to cook.
well, no.
No, it's okay, I can understand.
He learned it from.
I
Yeah.
agree with you. But yeah, we can try to go to like the thing, hear the song, see if there's something there. Afterwards, perhaps see if we can find that stone circle, maybe. See if there's something I can investigate it.
We're going to Fantasy Stonehenge.
We're going to Fancy Stonehenge after the Bard song. So let's wait at the temple, hear the Bard song, and then go the path, I guess.
Ba-dum-ba-dum-bum-ba-dum-bum.
Cool. As you guys wait until the bard's performance, you see that the lunch hour has started. The food is rushing from the kitchen to different tables. There's a lot more people at the inn right now, and everybody clears a space in the center for it. And then you see this red-headed, flamboyant man come out with a guitar, and he sits down and starts singing in a very haunting, beautifully high-pitched voice. He's a beautiful tenor, and he starts singing about the dusk the sun fading beyond the ruins of Doggerdo, and how a young man has lost his love because she followed a wisp on a path, and he never heard from her again. And every year he would come back to the same place and hear her cry, but would never meet her, until one day he came as an old man and ventured and saw a similar wisp and followed it away, and hopefully was reunited with his love, but no one would know whether it was true or not. And the song was very beautiful, and everybody's clapping, and it's a great performance, and just, you know, soulful.
Woo! Crimson Death!
Do you say that? Do you really say that out loud?
Go, Crimson Death, go!
As you say this, you hear,
Pokemon.
and then you hear Mara sort of come up to you and say, "If you carry on like this, I'm going to kick you out of my establishment, gentlemen."
Shucks. Go, Crimson Fucker!
Alright, so...
That was a joke, but go on.
So, gang, what do we do?
Well, I'm curious if it has the same power if he says Crimson and I say Death.
Crimson!
Death!
Crimson!
Okay, Mara, surprisingly... Okay, what's your guys' strength score?
12.
12. What's yours?
I'm 11.
Okay, Mara
That's
kind
my-
of looks at the two of you and whistles really loudly, and then Corin comes up behind you and places one big palm behind each of your backs, lifts you both, and walks out with you and says, "Boys, you've just pissed off the madam. It isn't a good look on you." And kicks you out.
Oh, as he picks me up, I'm just gonna go like, "Oh, daddy."
Oh, you
Swaddle me in your
stop.
arms.
Stop! You think you can out-sexy me? And
I'm
just,
gonna
you know,
stroke his cheek.
he licks your palm.
I lick my licked hand.
You cannot freak him the fuck out. He's a bard. As you're doing
I'm
this,
literally just
No,
doing
he-
this.
Shit, he's done.
I'm literally just like holding my head like this while I'm just flying away.
your mic is a
I'm
bit
just-
low, Danny. I don't know what's. Is that Discord
I'm
that's
just-
like lowering it?
I don't know. Actually, it's the same volume as before. I didn't change anything.
It's doing the fading in and out thing again.
I don't know
Not
why.
for me.
Yeah, sound
Hey,
Not
it's
for you.
fine to me.
Okay.
Oh.
But
It
yeah,
was just-
as you guys all come out, Corin sort of takes you guys out, gently
I'm
places
basically
you.
just watching this.
Yeah, gently places you outside the inn for a round and kind of dumps backs a little bit on the side. Turns around and beckons you, Sildana, to come out.
Not even a
Okay.
peck on the ass. Come on, man.
Fine, he pats you on the ass and winks at you. Turns around and says, "Right then, well, the three of you are clearly trouble, but I like the cut of your jib, so out of the goodness of my heart, I may take you down to the Forgotten Path and let you wander about, but if you die, it's not my problem.
Been there,
Also,
done that.
I would really much appreciate some
Me
tips
too.
for the song."
Some tips for the song. Here you go, and I throw 5 gold coins.
Oh, thank you very much. I'll take it. All right.
I hand them 100 gold.
Oh, generous patron.
What the fuck?
My, oh my. I really hope you don't follow the Forgotten Path.
Give him a gold coin as well.
Okay. He looks at you kind of like, you give him a gold, you kind of like,
Oh, what? He gave 100. Shut up. You can't compare.
He is comparing. Mine's bigger.
I don't care. I don't care.
yeah, I don't know why my Discord is like lowering your volume automatically, which is
I
really
don't know
weird.
why. I'm the same
Oh, there you go.
volume.
There
Do
we
you
go.
have noise cancelling on?
No, I don't.
No, I mean Natalie.
On Discord? How do I know that?
Voice and video settings.
Noise cancelling. Where
A
is that?
problem for another time.
I don't think I do. Oh, wait. Hardware acceleration. Echo cancellation. Should I remove that?
Go for it. See what happens.
All right. Oh yeah, I have suppression from my mic, so not in my ears though. Anyway, whatever. It seems to be fine. I think if you talk over each other, it mutes Danny. So just don't talk over Danny.
Danny's a
Yeah.
sub
Don't
speaker.
talk over me.
Don't talk over Danny.
Are
Everybody
you
else is fine.
shooting him with an
No.
Eldritch Blast?
Ah.
There we go. Anyway, Danny basically said, "Fine, take 100 gold," and the bard who just earned 205 gold is like, "Whoo!" Well,
Wait, I did not give him 100 gold. No.
oh, okay. So he kind of looks at that 1 gold coin that you give him and is like, okay. Well, some people don't appreciate art. He just wait for me. I'm just gonna go grab my cloak and I'll take you there. And he goes into the inn.
Bro.
Picks up
I
his.
look at Sylfania, I'm like, you got scammed. I got 5, and he was happy. Then this cunt gave 100, and he was overpleased. And you gave 1, bro.
Hey,
You should have
man.
given 1 first.
Hey man, he was a worthy challenger in trying to outkink me.
Yeah, but you gotta go like from down to up. So he should have given it first, and me than you.
Listen,
So
man, if he had held me up for like a minute longer, I would have slipped a finger in.
Not when I'm drinking port.
I
Gabriel.
wanna prestidigitate myself after I'm done talking with you.
Not
Like,
when I'm
Like,
drinking
enough.
port, Gabriel. I would have
Bro.
you mind.
Why, you're having
prestidigitation is
difficulty
not
swallowing?
enough to clean myself after hearing your words. I feel dirty.
Exactly.
Good.
Let me get
Good.
out of here.
Well, anyway, you guys, as you guys see him emerge from the inn again, he has this long purple and blue cloak with golden trimming and a very ostentatious hat with a feather. As he flicks like the cloak on one shoulder, guitar behind him is like, and he says, "Follow me, gentlemen and lady. I will take you to the Forgotten Path." And you guys follow him.
All right.
He takes you through the city. It is actually very pretty. I don't know if you've ever... I assume, if you think about it, imagine Acropolis or like any Greek city where you would have like small little houses interspersed between Greek ruins, that kind of vibe. Or like I would say Rome with like the Colosseum in the middle with some ancient temples and such, and then the rest of it is just cities built on top of cities. It's a wonderful sort of route as he takes you outside of the city to the northwest, and you guys go onto a very narrow sort of path that's going up a hill and then down. And as you sort of reach the first, there's these like little stones interspersed every few meters away from each other. And as you reach when the stones stop, Corin, who is the bard, suddenly stops, turns towards you, flicking his coat, and he says, "This is as far as I dare take thee. Any further on, and you may get lost inside the mythical path." And as you look further into the path, you actually notice that during the middle of the day, the path looks a little bit dim and dark, and it seems to be a bit foggy in there. And he says, "Venture at your own peril, if I may give some advice." And he looks at you further and takes your hand and says, "My advice would be, close your eyes, empty your senses, and just walk. That
Give him a
should
kiss on
do
the
it."
cheek.
Oh, thank you. I'd really advise you'd rather not. Anybody who's ever been on this path has never come back, so...
See, I told you guys, get out blindfold.
What's the worst that can happen? I'll die twice.
Why do you need a blindfold? Just close your eyes. Save them.
But what if you open them?
Bro,
No,
just
you mean
like
save the
close
money.
your eyes.
Right, well, good luck. I need to go back and
Wait.
cook for the dinner shift, so
Wait.
adieu.
Wait before you leave.
He lives.
I have one more question for you. Because you know we were screaming Crimson motherfucker over there, right?
Yes, very loudly.
Yes. You said you had no recollection of the Crimson Death being in the city ever. Like, there was no time of blood in this city ever, even in its ancient times. You've heard
Well,
nothing.
of course, there's been blood, but that was before the Crimson Death. That entity has been only plaguing the realm for the last 20 years or so.
Are you the Crimson Death?
Am I though?
Only
He
in
like
the
takes
bedroom.
he takes his cloak and whisks it, and then you blink and you see him. He's like back the way he came, like quickly trotting away.
Damn. Didn't even want to banter about my comment.
No,
And
he
then
hates you.
as he heading away, he's like, I heard that, but I truly must go. Very good, Jim. Very good. And he leaves. So you guys
if we kill
are
the Crimson Death, I'm gonna bring the head to the end.
nice. So as you guys are on this creepy path, what do you
On the
do?
creepy path. On the road again.
I activate my magic eyes at the instant before we enter close. I want to see if the forest or the woods around us has a magical effect.
There's no like forest around you. You're basically going you went up a hill with like a hill on your right side and like a cliff on your left, and now you're going down the hill. There's no like there's a few sparse trees. It's not really a forest. It's mostly an open plain.
So there's almost the direct path to the stones. Or...
Kind of, but it's all covered in fog, and you can't really see it. It's very dark for some reason. Even though it's midday.
I just want to observe the fog then. Is the fog full of magic?
As you open do your eyes thing, no. Just seems like regular fog.
I told you, gotta close our eyes.
I want to shoot a firebolt up in the upper tops of the fog.
Okay, you shoot a
like up in
firebolt.
the air.
The firebolt flies. You get to see it start going through the fog, and then it disappears into it.
No, I mean, I want to, like, you see, like, how the fog is. If the fog's, like, surrounding the area, sort of, I want to, like, shoot it at, like, the edge so I can see how the firebolt interacts with the fog. Does it just go straight through, or does it push it away, or...
Just goes straight through, pushes away temporarily, and then the fog comes back.
Well, I don't know. Give me a moment. Let's see if I can find something.
You're gonna cast Gust.
I don't have that.
Lame. And you call yourself a wizard.
I was thinking whether I should spawn, like...
It's true.
Should have. I was questioning whether I should cast my shadow spawn and, like, try to make it go through, see what happens, but... We can also just do what he says and close our eyes and walk through.
Why are you gonna waste the mana? The spell slots.
Whoa, wrong video game, buddy.
Wrong video game, goddamn.
That is also why I said we could also just walk through.
That's very true.
That's why I was reconsidering it.
Mm-hmm.
We could just simply form a chain, Febren first, hold hands, walk through, blind, like, keep your eyes closed. No matter what you hear, no matter what you see, just, not see, but whatever you hear, just keep your eye closed and walk forward.
Cool, so Furbrand goes in front. Who's after him?
Febren, you can use your shadow... Yeah, I mean, Febren, you can use your shadow body to, in case of anything, because you still walk forward, so you are immune. Your shadow body can still see if we are almost walking into something. So, unless he counts, I don't think he can be separated from your shadow body, right?
I mean, I haven't tried.
Oh. Do you think it's a valid plan, or do you just want to walk through it blind? Or do you want to use your shadow body for something?
I mean, it's starting to sound like you don't want to trust your instincts.
I'm giving suggestions. We don't have a leader of this group.
Two instincts,
goodness.
and I just walk in.
Okay, so you walk in. Are you holding hands with anyone, or...?
No, he's not.
Okay,
No.
so he just walks in. Do you
You
close
hear
your
that
eyes?
goofy
Well,
Do you close your eyes
do you
before
want
you
to
go in,
hold him?
Furbrand?
Hmm?
Do you close
I
your
wanna-
eyes before you go in?
Yes.
Okay. Before I resolve what happens to you, Furbrand, Sildana and Bax, do you guys stay outside, or do you follow him? Do you hold hands? Or how do you...
Well, there he goes.
I get like a
You want to
Ladies
hold
first.
hands?
Ladies first.
Okay.
Sure.
But okay. Do you want to hold my hand?
Sure.
All right. I just close my I close my eyes. I assume Bax closes his eyes. We just
Yep.
go through.
Cool.
As I close my eyes and before I walk through, I'm like giving a silent prayer to my god. I'm like, please don't let this kill me again.
Please, sir, not again.
All right,
Well,
so
at least
it's,
you know where you're going when you
it's
die. I don't
Furbrand on
know.
his own, and then it's Sildana followed by Bax. Am I correct?
Yeah,
Holding
Sildana
hands,
first,
gotcha.
holding my hand.
So
walking
Furbrand,
through. And me giving a prayer to my
give
god.
me a perception check with disadvantage.
would it be insight since I'm following my instincts?
It would be, yeah, well. So do you pretend not to hear anything? Because when you're walking, you can still hear your footsteps on the rocks, you know?
I'm not really paying attention to my footsteps. I'm following my instincts.
Okay, so then give me, you know what, give me wisdom saving throw to not pay attention to all of your senses.
Okay.
Just to see if you can, like, ignore them.
18.
18, yeah, you're pretty easily, you're a monk, you're used to meditating, so you sometimes go into a zen mode, so you basically close your eyes, close your ears off, and just trust your instincts. Sure, give me an insight check without disadvantage then.
Yeah! Let's go! 22.
Damn, nice. Saldana, you are heading in front of Bax, so
Yeah.
give me a wisdom saving throw to not, again, do the same thing, not pay attention to your senses.
I'm about to say, it's really hard because my senses are very high.
Yeah. Just give me a saving throw.
It was a wisdom, yeah?
Wisdom, yeah. Do the same thing, Bax.
Oh, but in that one.
What about you, Bax?
Can I use my religion roll?
Nope.
As I'm like focusing on my god?
Nope.
Oh, fuck you!
Give me a wisdom
Shucks,
save.
What do you wisdom save? Shucks.
Oh shit, man.
I'm just like walking
Just the normal one,
blindly.
not disadvantage.
What the fuck is up with these rolls today right now? It is not good.
9.
Like, what the fuck?
So the two of you, Saldana, you are hyper aware of further around in front of you, of your own feet. You can hear fucking everything with those elven ears. And even if you close your eyes, you're still very hyper aware of where you are. Bax, you're trying, but you're thinking too much, and it's really, it's preventing you from focusing and letting go of your senses. So, Saldana, give me the insight check with disadvantage.
Do the insight check with disadvantage, yes.
In my head, I'm just playing patty cake with my shadow buddy.
Mm-hmm.
I literally just thought of something. What if we just did drugs?
That
You
could have
could.
been it, but hey.
I mean, some drugs heighten your senses even more.
Yeah.
It completely depends.
I mean, eh? 19 actually.
The disadvantage?
Yeah, disadvantage.
She has a plus 10, I think.
I have a plus 9, or yeah, I have a plus 10 to insight.
God damn, dude.
Yeah.
She's wise. So Saldana, even though you are not letting go of your senses, as you're going forward, you step and then you suddenly stop back because you feel your foot go almost off the cliff. But because your senses are so hyper aware, you're basically walking blind, you manage to step away from the cliff and now carefully, slowly wander through the fog. Fervrand, you get out of the fog first. And Saldana, you're gonna take another half an hour wandering around until you get down to it, because you're going very slowly. Fervrand, as you leave this fog with your eyes closed, you feel the wetness sort of pass you by, and you can feel the sunlight on your skin. And so when you open your eyes, you see a big...
Ah, shit, that's right.
You see a big boulder right in front of you with a literal hole in it. It's an opening that is very dark and is heading straight down. Around the entrance, you see a half a circle of small stones that remind you of the stones you saw in Doggle Hall and remind you of the same rock that you found in the elf's alchemical laboratory. They've got strange sigils carved into them.
Spooky times. Is it the same sigils as on the funeral robes and dice?
Give me, I want to say, do you take them out and check?
I have the dice. I can just...
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Look at
as you whip out the dice, you notice that a lot of the symbols, some of the symbols are similar, but there's a lot of different ones that are not similar. But yeah, you see
I
that
roll the dice.
you roll the dice. You roll a... You know what?
Why don't you just roll real dice or something? I don't know.
No. Hold on. You roll. I'll tell you what you roll.
I got a 5 and a 5.
You got a you got a 5 and a 5. So you got 2 fading wave symbols on each of your dice.
Whoa!
So it's like a wavy line that gradually diminishes. Nothing else happens.
Damn. I roll again. A 4 and a 3.
A 4 and a 3. So you find a sort of a hollow triangle with 3 dots on it, and a shattered line of like there's literally 3 lines next to it.
Okay, third time's the charm.
Yeah.
Snake eyes.
1. You find a black circle, just snake eye on each cube.
Lame.
I assume you just sit there and roll dice until Sylfania and Bax come up to you.
For half an hour? No, God no.
So what do you do then?
Just play dice with yourself.
I'm gonna chat up with my shadow buddy now that he has a mouth. I'm gonna like give him like a pen and paper and be like, "Can you write now?"
He still shakes his head, but then he opens his mouth, and you can't read lips, so I'm gonna give you a perception check with, I want to say, just a straight perception check to see if you can distinguish what he's saying to you.
I mean, I can try, but I was thinking, since this probably won't happen with a 12, and also just in general, he's moved my body before, so I want to suggest, what if you just use my voice?
He thinks about it, like, he seems scratching his chin and kind of goes, "I'll try," and comes up to you and gets into your body, and let me do. It's a contested. Give me a wisdom saving throw. Nat 20. Yeah, no. As he tries, you open your mouth and kind of go, oh, and he comes out and goes.
Well, shame, I guess. Well, since you're here, you know anything about the Crimson Death? Shame. You wonder if he'll come if I like shout it down this hole like an echo. I just go to the hole. Crimson Death, Death, Death.
Yeah, he facepalms.
I mean, I had to try it. Like, it's a taboo word. I wanna find out if he has ears everywhere. Like, is he gonna come down every time a baby cries, or?
Baby accidentally says Crimson Death. He just goes over. Shouldn't have said that, little one.
So
Shouldn't
I
have said
assume
that.
you do the shenanigans with your shadow buddy for a while, and then Sylfania and Bax finally appear out of the fog, tired, and just... Because Sylfania, you especially, you were literally going through your senses and fighting against the fog, but did manage to come out. Bax, you were just following Sylfania, so you got away easy.
I'm just playing patty cake right now.
Yeah, as the three of you come down and you see Ferbrand and his shadow sitting on the ground playing patty cake. In front of them, a half a circle of stones in front of a cavernous entrance into the boulder, into the hill.
Took you long enough.
Yep, you use your eyes, and as you look at the stones, you almost go blind because you notice that they basically are heavily magical and similar to the stones in Doggle Hall, but these are shining with every single school of magic you ever seen.
This is literally me, like.
Yeah, that's what happens to you.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty magic-y.
No shit.
What do you guys do?
I throw a rock in the hole.
You take a nearby rock and you throw it across the circle of stones into the hole. It flies over with no problem, and it goes as it stops somewhere inside.
It sounds safe. I walk in.
Do you take your shadow buddy with you?
Yeah, we're holding hands.
Okay, as you're holding hands and taking your shadow buddy
You're holding
with
hands with your shadow buddy.
you step through the stones, and suddenly you feel a huge amount of pain in your chest. You clutch yourself and you stagger forward, and as you look up, your shadow buddy is gone. You don't see him anymore.
Oh man, I had 2 greasy burgers, man. Oh god.
Yeah, it's like
I
you're
should
having
eat
a
more
really bad
vegetables.
heartburn.
Oh boy, I gotta exercise more. Gotta beat up more bandits.
You really do?
Hugs. Hi, Gavin.
Hey, hi Gavin. But yeah, you walk in and your shadow buddy, you don't know when he disappeared, but just as you step through the stones, he's gone. Sildana and Bax, you guys see Fervoran step through the stones, and then you see the shadow buddy immediately dissipate the moment he steps into the stone, like half circle. And you notice also on Fervoran, the ring he's wearing sparks for a second. And
Which one?
How many rings are you wearing?
All of them.
Yes, you have 2 rings. You have 2 rings. The 2 rings that Fervand is wearing that are magical, they spark, and that's all you see. You just see a spark. And then you see some bits on his like backpack and everything. Also, you see light up. But he himself seems to be fine if he was in slight pain.
I shoot a firebolt in there.
You shoot a firebolt, and as you shoot the firebolt, you notice as it flies forward and then gets absorbed into one of the stones.
Farron, can you step back out for a minute?
No.
This is
I
my
walk
life.
in deeper.
This is my life.
You walk into the cavern. Okay, Sildana and Max, what do you guys do? Fervor just walked in.
You know, Sildana. Sildana. One of these days he's gonna get us killed again.
Can I turn my mind shielding ring invisible?
Can you can you do what?
My ring of mind shielding, can I enable and disable its invisibility?
Nope. As
Or
you
is it
try to
just
do
visible?
it doesn't work.
So it's visible then.
Yeah, it is visible.
Okay.
It's just
No
it looks
magic.
like a regular ring.
No magic. No shit.
No magic.
I study the stones a little bit.
Give me an Arcana check. Archie perked up on the Arcana check. He agrees. That is a good thing to do. The reason I have my camera like this is because you get to witness the beautiful, the adorable Archie.
That one.
That's my third nat one.
Third
This
nat
fucking-
1, bro. I should take XP away from you for this. Anyway,
What I
as-
do is
as
roll
you-
nat 20s.
yeah,
Can you
as
give
you
us some of the?
as you're looking at the stones, you have no idea what these are. The stones you've seen in Doggle Hall, they were sort of going through different phases of different types of magic. The stone you saw with the elf dude, you've seen that it no magic affects it and it sort of reverts to its particular state. These just seem to absorb magic. You're very confused. You have no idea what's going on. Sildana, what are you up to?
Nitty.
Well, I guess me and Bax are kind of just watching this right now. Kind of concerned about Fervorand.
And he just disappeared into the cavern.
I am
he
humming.
just- Yeah. Do we
Humming
hear
and
him
whistling.
humming?
Yeah, you hear him humming.
I hear him. Do I hear the direction he's humming?
Yeah, inwards.
Inwards.
It's like a tunnel.
It's a tunnel.
down.
Okay.
He went into the
Okay.
tunnel.
Yeah. It's just like you said I couldn't see him anymore though.
Well, yeah, because he went inside and down. So
Yeah.
Our only solution
I-
is to go through. You know this.
I am aware, but you saw that too.
Yeah. And I'm very concerned if I'm useless without my magic.
Well, I guess how many extra lives did you have?
As far as I know, this is the last one. But
Ah,
as far as I knew, my last 2 is also the last one. So, frankly, I don't fucking know.
so tell me, what was it like dying? Was it nice? Was it peaceful? Did you see something?
Yo, mama.
I saw the life on the other side. the tranquility it gave. No, it was fucking horrifying. What the fuck are you talking about?
I mean, I was just curious, you know, like, everybody thinks about it every once in a while.
There is no warm embrace. There's nothing.
Not even with
other-
your god?
No, it's just awkward whispers. And,
you
you
also
know,
gotta
most
understand that a lot of the realms are kind of closed off right now. There's several things, so
Yeah, there's like a construction sign.
yeah, there's things like being made right now over here. So it's like, maybe one
Maintenance.
day I'll reach the heaven that I so crave. But also, like when I died, I was in my stone. If you remember, I was in my ring.
I see. I clench his wrist, I clench back his wrist, and I sort of just run in.
As you run in, Sildana, you feel a little pain, but not much. And you notice that your bow sparks, your bag full of stuff sparks. Just basically, you think all magical items you have on you have a light spark, but they don't break or anything. You just walk in and something happens. Bax, as you're always connected to your god. There's always this like ability to pray, right? There's always this feeling of magic pumping through your veins. As you step through the stones, you drop to your knees and you vomit because you've never felt so empty and drained as you feel here. And you try to contact your god instinctively to summon up some sort of magic, and you absolutely cannot.
You're too used to your god filling you up.
Well, how are you feeling?
Shut up.
Sorry about that. It was just sort of, you know, either do it or don't at that point.
Bro, I'm lucky my eyes didn't fucking explode. Oh my god.
And then they explode.
Are you able to use any magic right now? Anything?
You just see me stare at you like shaking my head. No.
Oh, well.
Okay.
This is gonna be interesting.
As you guys enter the hall, I assume Fervor, you waited. You hear the two of them coming from behind you, and I'm just gonna retcon and say you waited, because as you're going down, the little path of jagged rock leads you suddenly. As you go down and down, the sun behind you disappears. The only light at the back of this cavernous tunnel is gone, and the thing that you see is how we're gonna play this little dungeon. I actually haven't made a map because of reasons, but it's gonna be a lot of theater of the mind, so we're gonna be very responsive, you and I, guys, okay? So as you enter, the first thing you see is this. It's a long, 15-foot wide, stone-tiled hallway with strange lights that appear to be on, but you don't see any flickering. You don't see like there's a fire in them. But there are sources of light. You see a carved, as you can see in the image, sort of a curved ceiling and an exit at the end of this corridor. It is 15 foot wide, and you guys haven't stepped into it yet. So as you're sort of coming into it, you see a lot of panels on the floor, like, you know, a lot of tiles. And how do you guys enter? If you enter, do you do any checks or anything? Tell me what you do. That's what you see.
I'm gonna fiddle with every single one of those lanterns to see if it opens a secret passage.
Okay, so as you step in, do you step... It's 15 foot wide. Do you step in the center, or do you go to your right or to your left? Is there a particular place you go?
Well, I mean, I'm starting with a lantern, so I start on the right side.
Okay, as you step forward and then step to the right, you stand underneath a lantern. Nothing happens so far. You fiddle with it. It seems to be okay. What about the rest of you guys?
At all times throughout this, as we walk, I will attempt to cast dancing lights.
As you
Just
attempt to
a
cast
cantrip.
it, doesn't work.
Just to yeah, but at all times while we cast, walking through, I will try to keep most of the mana to see if at any point in time my magic returns. So I will always keep doing it.
Before you carry on going, as I said, it's a 15-foot wide corridor. Do you follow Fairbrand, or do you go in the middle? Do you go to the left side of
We're
it?
probably like 10 meters behind him.
Okay.
Just because he's a little bit suicidal, so we
Okay,
kinda
you guys
just
are
let
10
him
feet
go.
behind him, so he's currently on the right, fiddling with the lantern. Nothing happens when you fiddle with it. Do you want to do anything else?
Listen, he might be suicidal, but we have to be not that suicidal with him.
Yes, that's why we're 10 feet behind him.
Yes.
So, Furbrand, where do you go next after you fiddle with the lantern?
I use my shadow arts that are fueled by ki to cast minor illusion, and I conjure a shadowy bucket over Bax's head.
You cannot do that. It does not work.
Shame. Not even ki works.
Am I able to take off any of these lanterns at all?
Do you come up to one of them and try?
Yes.
Which one?
Just the closest one to me.
That would be the one I'm at.
What?
Yeah, the one you're coming up to behind Furbrand, you try to lift it, try to move it. It seems to be welded quite well to the wall. You can't figure out what the light source is. It's not flickering. It's just light
It is
coming from it.
welded to the wall? God damn.
Yeah.
Can I try to do an intelligence check on it just
Yeah.
to see?
Go ahead.
I don't know.
Actually, you know what? Give me an investigation check.
When we get investigation. Okay. Where the fuck is? Oh, there we go.
The Crimson Staff
Oh
has not fallen.
shit! What is with my rolls? God damn. 7.
7.
I've gotten 3 nat ones. Don't complain.
You're looking
What
around.
the fuck is
You're
going
looking
on?
around, and this place is just covered in strange tiles. You see that some of the tiles seem a little bit different to the others, but you don't know what that means. This place is old. It's covered in like strange stains. You know, you don't notice anything different, anything interesting.
Is there, hypothetically, any of the lanterns who happens to look rusty, blooded, or red?
Give me a perception check. Nice.
16.
With a
Finally.
perception check of 16, you look at the lanterns and they all look the same, like old, some sort of metal. But it's different to the metal that you're used to seeing. It's very crudely done. It's not like done with finesse. And as your eyes look down and you look at the floor, with your perception, you notice that some tiles have a lot more scuff marks than the rest. And these scuff marks form a pattern. And some tiles are a little bit elevated and seem to be not trodden on much. Which you find to be very peculiar, because this is pretty much supposed to be, from the first glance, an even stone floor. But with that perception check, when you look around, you do notice that some tiles look much different to the others. Take from that as what you will.
One of these things is not like the others.
Oh yeah, you also
Can I
notice
attempt-
you notice in the corner as you look through some of the as you look further into the corridor, some of the tiles have very faint sort of dark red stains or like dark brown stains, and there's a few chalk marks on the walls. You can't read what they are because it's very dark in here, but yeah, it's you haven't seen them at first glance. This is only when you look very carefully.
It's very dark. There's no excuse for someone. Wait, I no longer have true sight, do I?
Nope.
Fuck me.
Sorry, is
Yeah,
true
so
sight part of
you-
your? Is it part of your question? Is true sight part of your dragonborn stuff, or is it part of your god stuff?
Dragonborn don't get true sight.
Then it's part of your
Yeah,
god stuff, isn't it?
It's part of my god stuff, yeah.
Yep, you don't have it.
Wait, hold on. What do I can't do any of my magic either, can I?
Nope.
Not even like a good berry.
Nope. No magic.
Ugh.
All your berries exploded in your pouch.
No.
So,
Wait.
but what do you guys
So
do? For the
my-
moment you're standing, and also for Bax, when you look down at your feet, you notice you're standing on a tile that has a lot of scuff marks, but the one directly to the right, so you're currently standing, imagine a 15-foot corridor, right? This is the center, this is the left, this is the right. You're standing on the right one, and as you look left, you notice two of them don't have barely any scuff marks on them, but the one you're standing on has a lot of scuff marks. And you notice that there's, at an edge of one of the panels, has a little bit of like a brown spot.
And I try to step on them sequentially.
The one to
Like-
your left, and then the one to the left of that.
Essentially, like, go more and more... Like, if it's possible, in, like, length and whatnot and stepping, it's like the dirtier the tiles, I'll try to step on them until I reach the crimson.
So, what do you
Like,
mean by dirtier
letting
tiles? The tiles with the brown stains, or the tiles with, like, the scuff marks?
The scuff marks
Okay.
first.
Give me a perception check again to notice the scuff marks as you go further. Or investigation, whichever one you want.
30-20.
Yeah, never mind. You look through and you notice that there is a passable pattern of scuffed mark tiles you can go through. And a few of the tiles look almost untouched.
Okay, well, I try to walk that pattern of scuff marks.
Cool. You sort of follow it pretty well with a 20. So you guys turn and see Bax very carefully looking down at his feet jump from one tile to the next. What do you guys do?
I just step on the same tiles, I guess.
Same on the tiles, yeah. It's
Cool. As you follow Bax, you notice that the further you go into the corridor, there's a lot more red stains. And you notice that when you get closer to the chalk marks, somebody writing trap and an arrow pointing at one of the almost pristine blocks. And you guys get out of this corridor without triggering any mechanisms. Good for you. Now, as you pass through this hall, you enter. At the end of this hall, you find yourself in
Level up.
the next room, which is slightly wet. It's got like there's a little bit of condensation on the walls, on the floor, on the ceiling, and it's like a narrow corridor. And when you step into it, your step creates an echo that goes through the corridor. And as you guys follow it, you come to the first sort of splitting of the paths. The first sort of turns, there's either you can go right or you can go left.
Well, you know what they say, when you're in the moist tunnel, the right way is to the right. And that's where I go.
Okay.
I go as well because intuition.
Okay. And Saldana, do you follow them? Or do you wait?
Can I
only go to the right because that is on a map to the east.
Can I try to like do a perception check on any of these paths?
Go ahead. Give me a perception check.
Basically, I'm just trying to look for anything that kind of stands out about any of them. My God, 15.
15. Not bad. As you're standing there and see them walk over to the right, which I'll resolve in a second, you can see their steps, and when they step, there's an echo, and in the path they went, it echoes. However, strangely, in the path to the left, it's complete silence.
Guys, I think we might want to go left, actually.
And as you say that, I need both of you to give me a dexterity saving throw for Brandon Bax.
Well, good thing I waited.
Yeah,
15.
Mm-hmm.
makes sense.
Saldana, what do your elven ears hear? And it's not this way.
Archie is sleeping, and he's like moving his little paws underneath me because he's running. It's adorable. Anyway,
It's a 7, but that was almost a nat 1.
I've seen that. Okay, so 1 second. All right. As you go to the path on the right, Ferbrand, you walk in confidently, and as you sort of step into a room that seems to be a dead end, immediately you front roll forward, but Bax, as you're following behind him, you feel spikes hit you from the bottom and pierce your foot, and you take 8 piercing damage as you basically get impaled by spikes in your foot. The spikes don't retreat, there's no more danger it seems, but it's a dead end. And then you hear Soldata saying, "Guys, I think we should go left."
Yeah!
You just hear that scream from like
Yeah.
Tom and Jerry.
Sildana, can you please do a long rest for your character on here?
Long rest. Okay. Oh,
Yeah, 'cause-
okay. It didn't do it on Foundry.
Yeah, because I assume you don't have your health bars.
Yeah, it's still
There you
zero.
go.
What the
No
fuck? I
problem.
would've been
Perfect.
dead.
There you go. Awesome. So you guys, I assume, head back to the fork, and you go left.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay, so guys, let's be a little bit smaller and faster about that one. Good call, Sildana.
Just be light on your feet.
As you go,
The actual reality of this is probably we have to follow the Crimson's Death path exceptionally well, with exceptionally following the path of an assassin, a sneaky. Because this path is silent as an assassin would be. The first path was the pot of the blood, like scuffed blood on the floor. So the entirety of the pathing of the next following thing will probably be the exact mimicry of what an assassin would be.
Perhaps I should be the one leading this then, if that's the case.
Oh, you're an assassin?
I've definitely learned from a few.
Be my guests. As you can see, I don't want to.
Well, it's clearly Fervent is not an assassin. He just rushes in and just goes, "Hey, can I stab you?" and then stabs him.
In his defense, he did get hit by it.
Yeah, I've earned my confidence with skill.
He's still a cunt. So let's keep.
Also earned with skill.
Shut up. You can go ahead, Sylfania.
I go ahead in the direction like where the door was, where it's silent.
awesome. As you're going into the left direction, you hear your steps don't actually echo from the walls until you come to another fork where there's 3 different paths: one forward, one left, and one right. Do you try to test which paths are silent, or?
Can I do it? Let's see. Another perception check.
Go ahead.
You said 3 paths.
Yeah.
Come on, baby. Oh, god damn it. 9. What the fuck?
So as you're heading forward, all of the footsteps from behind you are really confusing you. You can't figure out which of the 3 paths doesn't echo.
I take a dart and I throw one on the left side.
You throw the dart on the left side. Give me a perception check. For Varand.
Okay. Shouldn't be really difficult. It's a dart. It's gotta make noise when it lands.
And the 3. God damn, bro.
So as you throw it to the left, the dart hits the wall and you hear cling, 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 cling. Echo.
Alright. I throw it in the middle.
You throw it in the middle. Give me another perception check.
21.
Yay.
21. As you throw it in the middle, you hear it fly and hit the ground once, but there's no echoing.
This direction then.
You guys go into the middle. Then
Wait, what about the right?
What
Guys,
about the right?
What about the right?
Do it again to the right.
Fine. I throw another one.
Give me a perception check.
Man. 21.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you can. There's an echo in the rightmost one.
Oh,
Okay.
you gotta...
Sorry, but I just wanted to, if it was like a gradual decline, like the first one was echoey and like whatever, this one was like we still heard a sound and the other one was complete silence. I just wanted to know.
Alright.
I just wanted to know.
So if
We
we're
go ahead
still
straight. We go mid.
can I try to do like a insight? Or like a wisdom from my history of having to do stealth missions before.
Yeah, go ahead. What exactly are you trying to perceive or insight?
Basically, just trying to figure out the. I'm trying to figure out like the relation to being an assassin and like the puzzle, like how what it is they're trying. Whoever made this puzzle is trying to like search for.
Yeah,
or
give me
what
an
they...
insight check to try to figure out what the first and the second puzzle have anything to do with each other or something else. Go
19.
ahead. 19. You're not a tomb raider, nor are you an archaeologist. You are a scout. You have seen a lot of ancient ruins in many places you've been to. And you've been told not to go in because they have expert people who know, like, old traps. Especially, there's a lot of magical traps still left in ruins. This one, as you have noticed, there seems to be just no magic in this place. It's purely mechanical traps. As far as you know, you've never seen any other kind so far. But you start feeling like there's always a pattern, and there's always some sort of a hint that you just need to be perceptive enough to see. That's all you can tell with a 19. I don't think you can link it to anything of your personal experience, but this seemed like one of these ancient ruins that have been, or tombs that have been built with things, like with protections in place. It's not just an old corridor. There's danger at every turn. So you have to be on your guard. So I think that's what you get with an insight. So somebody who built this did not want intruders who didn't know certain information, but you don't know what this information is.
art of assassination.
But from what you can notice, again, 19 is pretty high. What you can notice here is that this is clearly built to keep people out, to prevent people who don't know the right way, or the right way to do these secret, like, traps and puzzles, so they can't go through. So you have to be extra careful.
Yeah, I feel like then that means eventually there's going to be a point where this is going to be a very precise we're going to have to get. Or, I don't know. We're just going to keep going.
Okay. You guys go into the middle path. It goes along a little bit further, and then again you have a split between two paths.
What does the two paths look like?
They all look identical.
I do. Let's see. I guess.
Want to do the dart test again?
You don't have to do a dart test. You can just do a perception check and just say hello or something. You don't need to throw a dart. You can just make a sound.
Perception, yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, what the fuck? You were on 11. Come on. 11.
11. Yeah, as you're doing it, you say hello, but all of the echoing behind you as well, it's creating too much noise.
Sorry, can somebody...
Copper coin into the left one.
Sorry, you throw a dart to the left one?
Just a coin to
your
copper coin
into the left one.
Give me a perception check.
Whoa-wee! 17.
17. Yeah, you throw it into the left one and you hear it echo.
We go to the right.
You go to the right, seems to be fine. You encounter it again, fork in the road.
Another one. I'm gonna do another perception check. Hopefully I roll high. I have like a +7. I should... Now what? Fuck you! Come on!
I flick another coin.
Please!
Yeah,
13.
you figure out as you flick it to the left, it echoes. And so you go to the right, I assume. And then when you enter in, you find yourself first time in front of 4 different paths. They all are in front of you, and they kind of veer off, I'd say, to the very left, to the front left, to the front right, and then to the very right.
Would you like to try again, Sildana?
I would like to try again, yes.
That is so condescending, I love it.
It almost was a nat 20, 15.
15. How exactly are you trying to elucidate the sound?
Clapping.
Yeah, I clap. I clap in like both like the hallways, just like...
In all 4 of them. So you come up to the hallway, you clap into it, and you see if it echoes.
Yes.
So you come up to the far left one, clap, it echoes. You come up to the second left one, clap, it doesn't. Then you come up to the one to the right of it, clap, it echoes. And then you try the far right one, and it doesn't. So there's 2 paths that don't echo. Meanwhile, I want to say, do any backs, because you're behind and you're not really doing perception check. Give me a perception check.
That one.
What should be...
16. As you're looking around, you notice there's a tiny silver something embedded in the wall to your left.
It's not a compass.
Mm.
I check it out.
You check it out. You notice it's a little like it's something silver, like stuck in between two rocks in the wall. It seems like a little symbol, sigil, figurine. You don't know.
It's a spike trap. You look into it, you get stabbed in the head.
Can I study it further?
Sure, give me an investigation check.
And then a dexterity save.
Well,
Damn.
You kind of look
roll.
at it, and it seems like it's some sort of, it's like somebody jammed an amulet into between the walls, into between the stones. You're pretty sure you can pry it out if you, like, wiggle it.
I will wait with wiggling it out. I say, hey, Theron, there's something in here. Do you know what it is?
I wiggle it out.
You
I
wiggle
step
out,
back.
and it is a small little amulet. And the amulet has a spiral that gets tighter and tighter towards the center and fading as it goes inward. You've seen
Like the rings?
you've seen, yeah, kind of, and you've seen a similar symbol on your dice. It's just, from what you can see, is nothing happened when you pulled it out. It's just a silver trinket.
Is there a trinket anywhere else in the
I
room?
check the burial shrubs. Do they have the same symbol?
Burial shrouds. One moment. Let me look at my notes. The burial shrouds. Ooh, where did I put the burial shrouds? Yes, the burial shrouds do have the same symbol. Yeah. They have a lot of other different symbols, but they also have this one.
I go to the left.
Which left?
The silent left.
Okay. Saldana, for Abax, do you try the other silent path, or you do follow Verbrand, or what?
Ferveran went down the path where he got the sigil, yeah?
No, the sigil was like before you guys stepped into any of the rooms. You were standing back because you were looking for the pathways.
Oh,
and-
I thought he found it in the left one.
No. He found it where you guys were standing while deciding where to go.
Ah. Okay.
Oh. Oh,
Then I wanna look and see if the sigil, if one of these sigils from the dice or the robes is marked anywhere on the path.
Give me a perception check.
Whoa, perception.
And we're having to roll a lot of perception.
14.
14. Well, you're in a dungeon, so yeah. 14. From looking around, you don't notice any other silver things looking at you. You don't notice any carved sigils anywhere. The walls seem pretty covered in like moss, and they're very wet. So.
Very wet.
Is it too dark to tell?
Yeah, it's getting much more darker the moment you stepped away from where the sconces were, and now it's just.
I light a torch.
Yeah, go ahead. You light a torch. You look around. The walls seem pretty smooth, but now you have a torch.
Yeah.
You know what the freakiest thing about this is for me? Is that I haven't seen darkness in a long time. This is a
How
new
is
experience for me.
Yeah, this is what humans see.
You've never closed your eyes before?
I can see my eyelids. It's perfect vision.
Do you have dark vision, Saldana? No, right? Oh yeah, you do.
I'm a half elf.
Yeah, but that's the thing, Saldana, which is interesting. You have dark vision, and you're fine with it, Saldana. Bax doesn't.
Yeah, I mean, it's the first time in a long time I've seen darkness, because I have technically more perfect vision when I got my darkness powers than her.
Yeah.
You want me to blindfold you when you go to bed?
Anyway,
That doesn't help.
so from what guys you know,
anyways.
you there's two paths that are silent. The
There's two.
far right one, and then the second left one.
Which,
If I look up, is there anything?
Nope, just a cavernous stone ceiling.
so, wait. Ferverand lit a torch.
Mm-hmm.
I throw the
Which-
torch in the left one.
Which one of the ways,
far as I
yeah,
can.
looks brighter?
They both look the same.
Going. They both look the same?
Got a compass?
Actually, give me. You throw your torch to the most left one, and
Yeah.
as you throw it there, you notice that the light of your torch gets a little bit brighter.
And now I want to light another one and throw it on the right side.
You throw it on the right side, it stays the same, doesn't get brighter.
Well,
I think
I'm
we
going
had
left.
this.
Wouldn't an assassin be in a
Wouldn't an
less
assassin
brightened
want?
room?
Yes. Want to be more hidden?
well, I don't think you two really understand what being an assassin is. It's not skulking in the shadows and pretending to be one with the darkness. It's getting to the target. And sometimes you have to step in the light to get to the target.
Well, yeah, but both steps in the light.
Are you an assassin?
I was.
You know what?
I walked to the left.
Okay.
Fine.
You guys walk to the left. And
Walk to the left.
as you follow the path all the way to the left, you end up in... Oh, hello, Archie, doing a stretch. You end up in this room. It is a sort of a dead-end room, but it is very different to the rooms you've been previously. It's very clean. There's no sort of light source except for your torch in this room. And as you lift your torch, the light glistens off a beautiful, smooth metal, like, circle globe standing on a pedestal in the middle of the room. Behind it is like a bleak landscape, but very well painted. And the room seems like, comparing to the brutal, sort of cavernous stone trap looking place you've been before, this one is very, very like, looks like it has been created with a purpose, you know, with care.
I light the candles on the wall.
You come up to the candles of the wall and you light them. They light and the light glistens off the orb, making it shimmer with different iridescent colors.
I turn off my torch.
You turn off your torch. The room is now lit. And all of the lights are sort of playing off of the orb.
Do they reflect on anything, or do they like form any form of pattern?
No, they just light the room up, and the more you look at the metal orb, the more like you've never seen a metal like this. It's very strange, and because it's probably so smooth, you can see even minute flickerings of light, and sometimes even a bit of your reflection. But you probably need to come closer to take a look at that. But it is the only interesting thing in the room.
Is there any writings on the pedestal?
Do you come closer to the pedestal to check?
I mean, he's already been lighting all the lights in the room, so
Yeah, but
it's safe enough to step in there.
the lights are near the wall, so you need to come closer to the pedestal to try to read anything if there's anything.
Is there any blood splatter or the old shenanigans on the floor to it? I just want to know if that you need to go to a safe passage up to it.
Give me a perception check.
Might as well be safe.
As well.
12.
12.
As you're looking around, you notice that the bleak landscape in the back has like, you're not sure whether it's paint or it's been designed that way, but it has like these swaths of dark color going through it. It doesn't look like blood, it doesn't look like brownish and dried like you've seen before. You're not sure, maybe it's an artistic vision or it's something. You look around, the tiles don't seem to, there's no blood on the floor, there's no like, but there's no rats or animals around here as well. You don't see any human bones, you see nothing out of the ordinary, just a smooth old floor.
The painting you said has a trail marked on it.
Well, it has like swaths of dark paint or something. You can come and investigate them further if you want.
I would like to investigate the swaths of dark paint.
Go ahead.
Can I investigate the painting?
18.
Yep. As both of you pass the pedestal and go to the painting, you're looking at these swaths, and you notice that the swaths are. Do you touch them at all to like try to see what they are?
No.
As you look closer to it, you notice that it's very different from the paint off the painting itself. It seems to be applied on top of the painting. But from just looking at it, you're not really sure what it is. It's like black, but you don't know if it's paint or not.
How does it look like when what does the black look like on the orb as a reflection? does it form some kind of image? Or a word or a symbol?
So as you look towards the orb, the flickering lights are a bit distracting. You might need to come closer to just sort of see the
I move
details.
closer towards the orb.
You get really close to the orb, and as you look at it, you notice that the swaths, they don't seem to form any pattern, but you can distinguish them in the reflection of the orb, yes.
They don't copy any of the symbols or any letter or anything.
Not that you see.
The pedestal the orb is sitting on, is it like also metal?
No, it's made of stone. So there's a little, as you can see in the picture, there's a little like column that's made of stone, and the holder for the orb, it is metal. That holds
Is
a
it
metal.
attached to the orb?
You're looking down and you see the orb is perched, but you don't know if it's it perched pretty snugly, but you don't know if it's like sealed or not, unless you like try to take it off. You can't tell. Like there's no screws in there anywhere. It doesn't seem welded to it. So.
I'm gonna look at the painting one more time and do a Where's Waldo and see if I can see like a person.
Oh yeah, go ahead, investigate the painting. Yeah, go ahead.
7.
The painting is of a landscape you've never seen before. You've traveled a lot and been to many places. This is nowhere like you've seen. The landscape is desolate. There isn't a single tree. There isn't a town. It's just cliffs, stones, dark sky. Very depressing and bleak, but no distinguishing features of any kind.
Can I do a perception check on just like any like the how the lights are affecting the orb?
Yeah, you
like
could take a look at the orb and even closer and figure it out. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that. Come on. Oh, 25.
Yeah, you notice that the orb is very smooth, and when the lights flicker, it's just, you know, when you have a bonfire next to a mirror, you see flickers of light on it. And as you look down, you notice that the leg on which the orb is sitting and the stone don't reflect any of the light. So it is the orb itself. It's very shiny. Very pretty.
The orb is the only thing that's reflecting, but is the thing it's not metal, is it?
So as I said before, the actual column is made of stone, but the handle on which it's like the pedestal in which it's sitting, it is metal. But it's made of different metal than the orb.
Okay. But it's not reflecting anything.
No, it's similar to like the sconces. It's the same metal that you've seen the lights on the walls are made of. It's just steel, you think. But the orb is definitely not an ordinary metal.
He said he picked up the orb.
You picked up the orb?
Yep.
Okay, Bax, where were you standing at this point?
Can I step back really fast the moment I see him do that?
We'll see, because you were next to the orb. Fervent picked it up. Bax, where were you? Studying the painting?
Where are you? Where are you?
Well, what I said earlier was that I would look for like sort of dark things, and you said the painting did have some of those, so yeah, I suppose I was studying the painting.
Okay.
If I had to.
So, thank you for picking it up.
Yeah,
all
been waiting
right.
for that one, have you?
I need Fervent and Sildana to give me a dex saving throw.
Oh, was I in the clear somehow? Thank God.
Oh, I'm using inspiration on that.
Oh, okay. All right.
There we go.
Sildana.
Jeez. Oh, 25.
Nice. As you lift the orb, you feel the orb give as you pull it off the pedestal, and then you hear a click. And as you look down, you see the orb has been connected by a spring to the base of the metal. And then as you look down, the from inside the stone, a little like hole drops, and a jet of black fire just hits you and Sildana. But you and Sildana managed to dodge out of the way. You jump out of the way. Bax, you feel the heat coming from behind you, and as you turn, you see a fire, and I assume you duck because you were just out of the radius because you were studying the painting. And as you duck, you notice that the flame that hit, you see it hit exactly in the pattern on the painting, and the actual black was soot. Cool, yeah. As you drop down and you look around, you also notice that the flame like did a burst and then it stopped. But as you are in the area, you notice the air is becoming much thinner and thinner and thinner, and you start to cough.
That's not good.
Yes. What do you guys do?
I don't need to breathe.
What do you guys do?
Well,
I need to breathe.
Do you guys stay on the floor after you dodged, or do you leave the room? What do you do?
I stay inside. I don't need to breathe.
Okay. What about you, Sylfania and Bax?
You can leave.
Axe does.
Fine. I look at the pedestal again. Is it like spring upwards now or inwards?
So, did you let go of the orb when the fire started? I assume you would to jump out of it.
Oh, if I had to let it go to jump away, then yeah.
So when you let it go, the orb went back onto the pedestal, and like the hatches out of which the fire hoses came out closed up.
Okay.
Bax, give me a perception check because you're on the floor right now. Yeah, you're just shitting yourself.
You see how close that is to nat 20 and everything,
You
and
are
it's just like, no.
Yeah, you're shitting. That was a 9. That was a 9.
Every time.
You're kind of shitting yourself a little bit. You don't notice anything. You do notice that there's some weird carvings on the pedestal, but you really can't distinguish anything right now. You're too scared. What do you guys do?
Oh, we're really kind of stuck here right now.
I'm gonna like lift the orb just the smallest bit and pour my water skin into wherever the fire's coming from, probably ruining the mechanism in the process.
Sylfania, do you still stay in the vicinity of the orb when he's trying to do this?
No.
So you back away out of the room. Bax, I assume you follow her.
I'm by the way not doing this looking down the barrel. I'm standing to the side, so if it does go up, it doesn't cinch my eyebrows.
Fair enough. You lift it just a little bit, pour your water skin in. You hear the click again, and the fire jets jump out again. I'll still need you to give me a dex save, but I'll let you have advantage because you kind of know where they're coming from, but you still need to move out of the way.
I think with how much it is, it's
22.
It's not really like a water skin's gonna be able to stop it.
No,
No.
Where are you trying to pour the water skin? Underneath the orb or into the fire jets?
Into the fire jets.
As you try to pour it into the fire jets, the water seems to not affect the fire. And the fire is black.
Oh, you didn't mention that.
Yeah.
I want to do this again, but I want to hold my torch out so it burns my torch.
Okay. As he keeps doing this, Sylfania, you notice the air inside the room getting thinner and thinner and thinner. You notice that this fire. Now you're in the corridor and you're breathing, but you can feel it sucking the air, and you realize that. Give me a nature check.
Nature?
Yeah.
Want me to see the nature? It's not that high though, but I'll try 7 or 8. Yeah.
You're not really sure what the fire does, but you feel like if he faffs about a lot more with the flames, you will run out of air in this closed underground chamber.
Yeah. If you keep playing with that, we are going to die.
Yeah, it was the last one. Does the torch catch fire?
It does, and it burns with a black flame.
Is it sucking up the air?
I leave the corridor with the torch.
As you go across the corridor and you come closer to Sylfania, you Sylfania and Bax, and you both give me the Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, we're dying.
No. I'm walking away when he gets closer.
Okay.
I'm walking
As you're
away
walking
as well.
away from him, you notice that the air is being sucked out, and there's less and less for you to breathe. You notice no change for a round. You don't give a shit.
I want to try poking the flame. Does it hurt me?
You touch the flame.
Yep.
This black flame hurt
Good
me.
thing I'm making.
You take 6 points of fire damage.
Okay.
From a poke? Damn.
Because as you put your hand in, the fire sort of starts consuming a little bit further towards your hand, and as you pull it out, it takes a while to stop.
Go out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
Can I? I'm trying to think. I don't think there's any sort of like.
Does the torch go out when I put it into the previous room?
When you put it in the previous room, eventually, as you hold it there, it like becomes less and less and less and less, and turns into a very small flame. So give me a nature check for a brand.
Okay. I'm totally good at those.
Oh yeah.
Can I assist you?
Oh, sorry
10.
guys. Sure, yeah, you can assist. I'm just adjusting
Oh.
my camera. I'm sorry, guys.
Okay, then I roll again.
Nope.
Less.
They seem to be able, like, the flames is doing something to the air in the room, but you don't know what.
Can I try to do an insight check about
On the flame?
not on the flame, no. More so on the construction of like the orb. Like why would they want to like make it like this?
Okay, like by looking at the whole room, I'd say. Yeah, sure, you can give me an insight check.
Just trying to like figure out the like what they're thinking when they were making this. 14.
They were assholes, that's all you can tell. You have no idea what this is for. The whole room seems to be a trap. You don't see, like, any other use. It just seems to, like, have the only shiny thing in the room, and if anybody touches it, they get set on fire, and you're like, I don't, that's all you can possibly
We would
think.
like to solve these puzzles, but we can't roll for shit right now.
I wanna knock on the mural, see if it's made out of solid stone.
Are you still carrying the torch with you?
No, it died out. You said it.
Okay, yeah. No, it's like very, very small. You're gonna have to put it out.
I just put it out.
Yeah, once you put it out, you guys notice that the air slowly, from like the rest of the dungeon, I guess, it recovers, but it takes a bit of time. You come to the mural, you knock on it. As you tap it, some of the paint chips off and drops. It's very old.
It's a sacrifice I'm willing to take.
Okay, yeah, you just tap it. Nothing much happens.
Is it solid stone?
Yeah, it's solid stone in the back, and it's just been painted onto the wall.
As Gabe asked before, there's no people on it either, right? There's no cave or anything.
Well, I mean, I kind of pulled a retard when I looked at the painting to look for Waldo, so I got lost in the pretty colors.
If you want, you can check on it again if you want.
Can I check it instead?
Sure, go ahead.
I look at the
So I roll investigation?
Oh, investigation.
I was gonna... Okay.
5.
It's painting.
Paint.
As you slightly hinted earlier, with me getting a slight suggestion on the pedestal's configuration of how it looked, I will investigate the pedestal more.
Give me an investigation check.
Please. Oh my god. 14.
14. Sorry, was that my dog?
Probably.
I'm also going to investigate the painting.
Yeah, as you guys, you got 14?
Yeah,
I'm
so
rolling
the pedestal.
right now.
Yeah.
I rolled a 19.
14 and a 19. As you're looking at the painting, you do not recognize absolutely any kind of, like, landscape. It's just bleak. Some of the stones, you're like, have I seen similar things? But nope, you haven't, bro. So...
Can I try to... I'm trying to look for any patterns or something.
What was the last part of the prophecy again?
Oh yeah, it
Was
is
it
my
just-
dog. Why are you crying, baby? What's wrong?
I mean, the last part is literally just the Crimson Death's path thou must follow. So
Sorry,
unless
one
there's a
second.
specific path on the painting that directs themselves to some sort of sigil on the painting itself, then I don't know.
1 second, my dog wants to get out.
I'm still waiting for the response on the configuration on the pedestal before, but yeah. But I don't know. There's
well,
like
if
we
it's a
essentially fulfilled the entirety of the prophecy except to find the keeper, but I'm essentially just to like the keeper is the what we need to find, and
Sorry, guys.
the
Let the dog
entire
out.
prophecy is we are already doing it by concealed an ancient hollow, the ancient crimson staff path thou must follow. We're already following his path. It's just how does this path elect to this thing here? It could also just be an entire fake out, and this room is not the correct one.
So when you rolled a 14 to look more at the carving, what languages do you speak? Yeah,
Are you asking Pax?
you look at it and you really can't tell. You don't really speak this language. The sigils are very strange. Some
You're talking to me on the pedestal, right?
yeah. Some words seem familiar, others are not. You have no idea what it says.
I show the selective things to everyone in the party.
About to say,
See if
does
anyone
anybody else recognize these letters?
If it's
Yeah, I speak
Elvish
Sylvan,
or-
Primordial, or Draconic. I'm just saying. Come on, where you guys at?
If it's Elvish, Orc, or Infernal, I'll know.
Nope. None of the languages in between the three of you, you recognize the script. And then, you know what, all three of you give me a history check.
Okie dokie.
Oops. 11.
Come on. Wow.
Please. Yes, dirty
Okay,
20.
Bax, you
There's one
remember...
useful roll.
You remember back when you were reading some books about the history of the Ravinian Empire and how it conquered the previous nations that used to live in these tiny little kingdoms. So you are aware that the world is about, from what you know, around 41,000 years old. Since the beginning of time, I guess, since they started tracking time. But they also, apparently you found there were notes about some really fucking old ruins that apparently had civilizations prior the 41,000 year mark. But the language and the culture has been completely lost. And I don't know, it just hints in your head like if this is not even similar to any of the languages any of us know. And you know Primordial. And somebody, like, you know, people know Celestial and Infernal, which are ancient languages. This doesn't seem like any of it. You're like, maybe it's a dead language that we just don't know.
Let's see. Am I able to, like, touch the candles at all? The lights, I mean?
Yeah, they're lit with a regular fire. Oh, actually, no.
Are-
Whenever the flames started, they all stopped burning because all the oxygen in the room was gone.
Oh, so they're all dead right now.
Mm-hmm.
Do the writings look like the symbols I've seen at all?
You notice that some of the you know what? Give me a perception check, DC 18. You can't tell.
No.
Can I try to just ignite just with one of the candles, just one at a time?
Yeah. As you ignite them, they take a while to light up because the room is still very hypoxic.
Yeah.
But eventually
As
they
I-
do, and they light up with regular fire.
No, as I ignite like each of them, I kind of just observe the orb and see if there's any like changes to like the shadows or anything.
Doesn't seem to be.
Was the orb blocking like a hole that the fire jetted out of, or was it
No,
like,
so
mechanism
from
turned
what
on?
you understand, because you're the one that looked at the mechanism twice, or actually 3 times, when you lifted it, the orb was actually connected to some sort of a lever or a mechanism inside the pedestal, which caused the jets to come out and spit fire.
Yeah, but was it like a piston being held down by
Yeah.
the orb that like shot up to?
No, it
unlock
was it was on a spring, so that if it's pulled up, the force of the pull will release some sort of a mechanism that will then release the jets.
Can I lift the orb while holding the mechanism down?
No, because it's attached to the orb. So imagine a hollow tube. How do I explain this? Imagine
Just telling me it's physically attached to the orb is enough.
Yes. Imagine there's this hollow tube, right? On top of it is the orb. When you lift it, it is connected to, like when it's sitting, it is connected to something down here. When you lift it, the platform, like it gets pulled up, that causes stuff to happen and releases fire. But the orb is physically connected to like a metal chain. That is not visible when it's sitting still.
You want to break the pedestal?
I can't. I mean, I can if I spit acid on it. You want me to spit acid on it?
I don't think that's gonna lead us forward here. I think we actually just have to solve the puzzle.
No, but it'll disable the trap and probably piss off whoever made this.
What do you mean?
I think whoever made this
is not even here anymore.
This is dead. Yeah.
I mean,
he's looking down
in
at
the
screen,
afterlife,
like,
we're probably gonna be rolling.
No one cares about but
hey. Shush.
We just
Don't be spiteful,
need...
though. Don't be spiteful.
No, shush.
Or
We
all
just
the walls
need
the
to
same?
figure it out.
Or
Can't
all
break-
the walls the same?
Sorry, are all the walls the same?
Yeah.
Well, the two walls that are across each other, which have the sconces, yeah, they're identical. The far wall is the one that has the mural, and the wall behind you is the one you came from.
So, black
Does it look like
fire
day or night in the
removes
painting?
oxygen. If there's oxygen, we can't breathe. Fire also goes out to...
Is it day or night? It's day in the painting, right?
You can't tell. It's so bleak. It could be twilight. It could be day. It could be like northern night.
The lighting in the room is not helping right now with looking at it either.
In the painting, what's northwest on the landscape of the painting?
You mean northeast?
Northeast, I mean, yeah, northeast.
Yeah, northeast.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to discern.
Yeah, as you're looking northeast, you see, like, I don't know if you see it on the picture here, there's a big sort of cliff. Give me a nature check.
Are we able to, like, twist or turn the orb in any way?
17.
17. You don't recognize the topology of this cliff. It's so huge, it's towering over the landscape, and you don't recognize it anywhere in Ravinia or any in the places you've been. Potentially, it could be somewhere.
Is there anything on it? Is there any caves? Is there any
It's just
sigils?
the whole landscape looks absolutely not lived in. There's no human-made things. There's no caves. There's no crevasses. It's just rocks,
There's no
hills.
secret symbol anywhere.
Nope. You study the painting up and down. Sylfania, did you say you wanted to twist the orb?
I was wondering if it's possible to do so, yes.
You can try it if you want.
I'm gonna try it.
Okay, you twist the orb. Nothing happens.
But you can do it?
Yeah, you can twist it and it just rotates a little bit.
Okay, that changes it. How much can I twist it? Like 180 degrees all the way around?
Sure. You do it 180, nothing happens. Do it 360, nothing happens.
Nothing happens? Okay. Okay.
I mean, if it's attached by like a chain or a spring, the more you twist it, the more it's gonna fuck up the mechanism. Keep twisting it. Just keep twisting it. Whatever's holding the orb there, like whatever's chained to it, will snap off eventually.
I'm not gonna snap it. That's not how you're gonna get out of here.
Fervent, give me, let's say, perception check, another one.
Let's see here.
18. So you
18.
remember when you lifted it and you tried to pour the water on the jets, when you looked down, the orb seemed to be hollow, and the chain was going through a hole in the bottom into the orb. So there's clearly something in the center of the orb. So as long as the orb is not lifted off the platform, nothing's triggered.
Can I break the orb?
So if you wrote, well, how are you gonna punch it? What are you gonna do?
No, please do not do that.
I have a hammer and a python,
Do not.
and I can smash it.
Do
Okay,
not.
if you want to smash it,
We're
smash
not,
it.
No, we're not smashing it.
I'm smashing.
No, we're
it.
not smashing. I will smash you.
Give
Do
me
you
an attack
have
roll.
a better idea?
I will pull this and I will burst flames in your face if you do this.
I
Calm
pull it up.
down, people. Calm down, please. Please don't fight.
If we are gonna die here, I am going to fucking take you with me again.
Again, the only one who's died here recently is me.
I already died once for you. That's good enough.
Mm-hmm.
And I've
We're
died
not
twice
doing
for
it
your
again.
sins.
I mean, do you have any other idea?
No, but your idea is not any better.
Then just stay in the
We
hallway.
just need to figure it out, for fuck's sake.
Farron,
see.
do you still have the thing we got from the other room?
Let's see.
The amulet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I, maybe it does something? I don't know what.
Can we look at...
We could also alternatively we got into the wrong room and this is a fuck up long way whatever trap room.
I mean, you can go back and check if you want.
Turns out we go back and we can't go back.
You know, just go back sometime and see if the other room has anything. Oh, the other.
And what,
path.
have you wait till you come back and break it?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, at least we don't
Fine.
explode.
I'll go to the other path and I leave.
Let's see, I'm just going to like, can I like knock on the, can I try to listen and knock on the orb?
Yeah, go ahead. Put your ear to it and knock.
Yeah.
You hear, now that you knock on it, you hear the hollow, like, echo inside. Nothing else happens. It feels like
There's a-
smooth, cold metal.
It is hollow inside though. And
Whatever happens, happens because you're pulling it up.
yeah.
Therefore, breaking it should have no effect.
What do you guys do?
Mm,
I go with the other way.
Okay,
Let's
Saldana,
see,
Bax, do you follow Fervrand or do you stay in the room?
Bax, can I see the coin? Or the sigil. Why did I think of the coin?
I give you the amulet and then I go into the room we were in before.
There is
Gotcha.
nothing.
I
the
am
same
looking at the
symbol.
amulet. Can I try to do like...
nothing- There's nothing with the same symbol. I already checked.
Mm-hmm. Can I try to look at the, Can I try to do an insight check on, like, how the sigil looks? Or just on the, like... Just try to interpret what it, like, could mean.
Sure, give me an insight check. I'll get back to Fervrand and Bax in a second. Just want to play this a little bit through and then... we'll get back
Dirty
to it.
20.
Dirty 20. The symbol is a circle that's fading on the inside. It looks like a whirlpool. It looks like a wave, like, you know, like a... I guess you don't know what a magnetic wave is, but maybe like a sound wave. You don't know. But it is some sort of a process that's going from outside to in and it's like narrowing, you guess. You're not sure.
It's gotta be something about sound.
When you're thinking about this, Fervrand and Bax, you guys go back to the corridor you've been through. There's nothing preventing you. You then go back to the place where you had the 4 different paths, and you take the second one that was quiet, I assume. Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I will wait a little bit before.
Okay, so Bax stays
just
to
said
wait
I'll
a
walk
little
into
bit.
the other room.
Fervrand heads off into the rightmost room. And the rightmost room, as you get into it, what you see is a sort of a hall, and there are a lot of, like, it looks like as you enter it, it's not exactly as it is in a picture. As you enter it, you see it is like a straight corridor. You can see the exit on the other end. It is about as wide as like, when you just enter it, it's a bit narrow. It's 5 foot wide. And then as you look forward, it widens a little bit to 10 feet. And then at the very end, you get to see an exit further out at the end of the room.
But there are like indents here and there.
Yeah, there's indents, but when you look in them, you see just another wall.
I'm going to move quietly and walk by and check the wall, see if I see any markings or hear any ticks.
All right, which wall do you check? The one on the left or the one on the right?
I look to both of my sides.
So as you step forward into the room, you're going straight forward, and as you take about 10 feet forward, you notice that you're basically hugging the left wall, and then you look to your right, and there's an additional 5 feet of the corridor available to you now. You look to the wall on your left and give me a perception check.
Mm-hmm. 25.
25. You notice that the walls, the walls themselves and the stuff in the back, you see that there are seams that, like, the walls aren't melded together, you know? But you don't hear any ticking, any clicking. As you're walking, the floor is pretty steady, but you're looking at the walls and there's no symbols on any of them, so.
Is the floor scratched?
You'll need to give me a different perception check for the floor because you were looking kind of up and now you're looking down. So, Sildana, do you give up on the room and follow the gang or no?
I haven't heard back from the others yet.
Yeah.
To be fair, we're in the silent hallway. I'm pretty sure the sound wouldn't echo towards you.
Yeah,
No.
it wouldn't.
No. So then, I guess just like one more thing I just want to check before I head back.
Okay.
Is how much are you able to like lift the orb until it goes off?
You lift it a little bit and it goes off.
Just a little bit.
You've seen him do it later, just a tiny bit, and it already started the process.
Okay. And did I hear any like sounds or something as that happened?
You heard a click.
I heard a click. That was it.
Clicking.
Clicking.
Okay, so I assume you're in the room for a little bit thinking about this. Bax? Sorry.
I'm sorry. I just wanted to do like one more thing. It was just like go up to the painting.
One last thing.
And can I try to like tap on the wall to see if there's any like sounds on the other side?
Yeah, go ahead. You tap on the wall. It's just a solid stone wall.
Everything. Okay. Then I'm probably just gonna give up and go back.
Okay, Bax, meanwhile, you can hear a little bit of, like, Sildana faffing about with things, and then you hear further and, like, step away. Do you just wait in the center, or do you follow one of them?
How can he hear us if the corridors are silent?
No, there's no echoing. You can still hear sounds. There's just no echo.
Oh.
I mean, frankly, I like my character just needed to like step away for a second and get his air. That's why I just went into the middle of him.
He's just tired of both of us at this point.
Like, I'm the only one who's got like a fucking stake through his fucking foot, so I was just taking a moment of rest.
Cool. Ferbrand, as you're looking down at the floor, give me another perception check.
14.
14. As you look down, you notice that there is no, like, kind of scuff marks, I'd say, that you see, like the first corridor that Bax got to see. The floor seems to be pretty solid, but again, from what you can see so far.
I was trying to tell if the walls have been moved around.
Okay, as you're looking down with a 14, you do notice some scuff marks near the wall nearest to you a little bit, but they're very faint.
Does it indicate that the wall moved forward, or did it like rotate out, or anything like that?
With a 14, you know it's been moved. You so far can't really deduce the direction.
I mean, if I see a scratch mark, I can see the way it lines up.
They look more like rotation.
Okay.
Like, you know when you open a door, that's kind of scuff mark that happens like half a circle? Kind of that way.
I'm gonna try and fuck with the wall. Look for any hidden switches or anything that could tell me something about it.
The one on your left, yeah?
Yeah, the one that rotated.
Okay, so you're trying to look around the wall. Give me a perception check.
Doing a lot of those.
Well, you're in a dungeon, bro.
Perception.
17.
Like, oh my god.
Yeah, not bad. You look around and you now notice that there's a lot more where the walls are, scuff marks. And now that you look at the floor as well, the scuff marks are very faint because there's a large layer of dust on this floor. But you do notice that there is, the scuff marks are circular. You look at the wall itself, there's no lever, nothing to pull it. You maybe try to push the door, but it's made of solid stone. You can't even like wedge it. There's nothing you can do to it.
On the other side of the wall, is there any mechanism I can interact with?
So do you step a little bit forward then to take a look at this?
Well, I mean, I was by the wall that rotated.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm looking on the other side of the room to see if anything there triggers.
Oh,
it.
to the right, you mean?
Yeah.
To the right of the corridor. From where you're standing, you got another 5 feet before the wall. Do you get closer to the wall at all, or...?
I mean, if I need to get closer to the wall to see if I can find a hidden switch or lever, then yeah.
I mean, you're currently carrying a torch, and it's very dark in here. There's no light source, so you're kind of... I mean, you can kind of see, but if you want to investigate it closer or try to push anything, you'll need to get closer to the wall.
I light my torch and get closer to the wall.
All right, as you do that, 1 second. Okay.
Oh, this is just.
As you do that, you step onto the tile in front of the wall, and then you feel the tile under you give, and then you hear like very loud screeching, and you notice all of the walls start rotating. Where you're standing, you're pretty much safe, but then the tile you were in a second ago gets blocked by the wall. And Bax and Saldana, both of you guys hear very loud, like reconstruction happening in a different room.
Oh, that's not good.
And the wall that you were about to take a look at, Ferverand, it sort of rotates to the side and it opens up a little pathway for you. But yeah, the room's walls have changed their orientation. You're fine for now, but your entrance was trapped. You're trapped at the moment.
I have time. I look around. Is there just one path forward now?
So what you see now is the corridor that was pretty straightforward last time. You can't see because you're blocked off by walls. The only thing you can see in front of you is a 5-foot opening, and then you see that the walls are kind of very narrow, but there's a place where you can kind of maybe squeeze through diagonally, but there's no like very easy path forward.
But there is a path forward.
Yeah, I mean, there's something you can do. You're not completely locked in.
When I step off the tile, does it rotate back?
You step forward off the tile, nothing happens. The tile just goes back up.
I wait like 5 minutes to see if there's a timer.
You alive in there?
Yeah, Bax, as you go into the room, you see the entrance. You see the entrance, and it's literally like from the entrance, it's 5 feet, and then there's a wall. And then you look to your left, there's another 5 feet and another wall that's blocked off. And you're like, that's a weird room. It didn't look like this.
You alive in there, Feverin?
No, technically not. I move through the new area, and I'm gonna keep my eye out for tiles on the floor and any wall.
Okay, as you move 5 feet forward, and now you have a choice between going diagonally from your perspective to the left or to the right, but you'll have to squeeze through in between the two walls to do that.
Are there any markings on either side that could tell me anything about either direction?
Give me a perception check with disadvantage, because you're kind of peeking through, with the flame on your end between two walls. 11. You can see that the path to your left is a lot more spacious than the path to your right, but that's all you can see with an 11. You don't see any distinguishing, like, because your torch is with you, you can't really poke. You can poke the torch a little bit out, but it's hard to, like, see through the hole. The hole, let's say, is about 2 to 3 feet wide. Like, you might be able to squeeze through if you go sideways, but it's gonna be a bit of a...
I'm gonna throw the torch to the left.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna go to the right.
How far do you throw the torch? Just outside the wall or a bit further in?
As far as I can.
Okay, gotcha. And you go to the right.
Yeah, like, I'm gonna see what happens to the torch, and then I'm gonna go to the right.
Okay, as you throw the torch into the left, it just skids across the floor. I assume your throw is pretty good, so I'll just let it go about 10 feet forward, and then it skids another 5. You see that there's the walls, as you saw before, it's much more spacious than the path to the right. The path to the right seems to end almost after 5 feet. And also, I need you to give me a perception check, real quick. Yeah, you see in the light, you see something shiny on one of the far walls, like a metal handle or something.
I probably need to go there then. I go to the left then.
Okay, I need you to, I guess, a dexterity check or saving acrobatics. Give me acrobatics to wiggle in between 2 narrow stone walls. Yeah, you're fine.
23.
Do you drop immediately after you wiggle out, or do you try to, like, hop to where the torch is?
What do you mean drop?
So you know how you either, like, scooch through the wall, or do you, like, try to scooch through without touching the floor and then jump to where the torch is?
Oh, you mean the jump over the part the torch didn't touch?
Yeah, that's what I'm asking, because you threw the torch and it, like, fell in the center of the room.
Yeah, I'll jump it.
Okay, yeah, it's only 5 feet. You jump through, you look back and you notice that there's another tile there. That seems a little bit like, you look at the edges and you blow on them and you see a little, like, slightly elevated. It's one of the pressure plates. And then as you go towards the very corner where the shiny stuff was, you notice that there is a compartment in a wall with a handle.
Does it just look like a doorknob, or?
No, it looks like it's like a cupboard, like a tiny little compartment.
I'm going to open it SWAT style, so when it opens, it's not facing me directly.
Yeah,
so
you open it, you pull it, there's a lot of dust that falls out of it, and you look inside and there's a ceremonial dagger made of silver. Very similar to, I think, a lot of, did you get a dagger? I think you got a dagger in one of your items.
Got the burial dagger thing.
Yeah, it looks the same.
Same thing.
Same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Right, meanwhile, Sildana and Bax, I assume, Sildana, you caught up to Bax at this point, and you guys are looking inside this room, which just had walls slam and rearrange themselves, and you hear Ferbrand, like, doing stuff inside.
Well, we're hearing all the stuff, like, right now, right? Or we heard, like, a machine or something?
You heard, like, stone grating on stone.
Okay.
I mean, the fact that it's moving around like this, it's chaotic. And by doing anything, we may inadvertently kill him. Because we are moving the walls to our actions, too. And that could just randomly kill him.
I died because I get crushed to death due to your actions.
Exactly. Which is what I'm concerned about, because in a moving room that reacts to the actions of walking around, if he stands still for a little while, we move and it just, you know. So the question is, do we move or not?
Well, I think we should probably just...
What's in front of us right now?
In front of you right now, as you enter, is about 5 feet of floor and then a wall, and then you look to your left, there's about 5 feet of floor and then a wall, and that's all you can see.
Oh.
So there's nothing to our right?
No, it's just a wall.
You know
So
what I
wall,
think?
wall.
Yeah.
So we can't go in. There's nothing. There's just walls.
Yeah, you only got about 10 feet of indoor, so you two can't do anything. It's all up to Furbrand for now.
Oh, best of luck.
You know what I think?
Furbrand, you take out the dagger and you just put the cabinet back in. But what do? You know that you look around the area you're in. There are some tiles that you can get to, but there seems to be no more pressure plates apart from the one directly underneath, like where you were supposed to jump in, but you jumped over it.
I wanna look at the tiles and see if any one of them matches the dice or the ropes that I had.
There is no symbols at all on the floor.
Oh.
In any kind. Oh, sorry, my mistake. Actually, this is even large. Now that you like pick up your torch after you picked up the little shiny dagger, you look to your right and you notice that there is further sort of connected pathways that you couldn't see because of the angle before.
Oh, then I go down the new way.
My question is now, do you pay attention to if like the floor has the pressure plates and try to identify them?
Yeah.
Cool. Give me an investigation check.
I'll be right back.
No.
9.
9.
You accidentally almost stepped on a few of them, but you find basically, apart from the one that's directly after the door and the one that you first stepped on, you think 3 more, and then the rest of the paths are winding, but everywhere you go you end up at a dead end. It's a bit of a maze. There is no exit.
I'll go back to the room with the ceremonial dagger.
Mm-hmm.
And I step on a tile.
Okay. As you step on a tile, which one? The one that was right near the one that you basically jumped over?
No, I want to go to the one closest to the newer entryway.
What do you mean, newer entryway?
The one I was just in.
So the where you found the dagger, right? It's the room to your left that you like squeezed through.
You said I went forward, like into the more spacious room, found the dagger, and there was a new opening, like a new path that I didn't notice from my original perspective.
Yeah. So like if you, when you had to choose between left and right, and you went left, you go into the room, and then you notice that to your left immediately there is more stuff that you couldn't see because of the angle. So yeah, okay, you go to the left and step on one of the pressure plates. Gotcha. All right, and the walls start shifting again. And you seem to be okay on that pressure plate. You notice the walls behind you slam shut, and the room through which you found the dagger you came is locked to you now. But you notice that the walls in front of you spin a little bit. There's a bunch of new paths open. You guys notice that the 5 feet of entrance in front of you is still there, but then the 5 feet that you had to the left has been blocked off again. You guys are still stuck in front. You do notice that there is a small opening between the walls that diagonally you might be able to squeeze through if you want. Bax and Sildana.
Oh, okay. I just came back. Like I said, I was going.
Okay, so Furbrand stepped on another pressure plate and the walls moved again. But now, instead of things having completely been blocked off, now you have access to your, like, a narrow gap similar to what Furbrand had to squeeze through to go in further if you want.
Well, the Crimson's path that we follow, so yes, I go through.
Yes.
Okay, give me an acrobatics check, please, to squeeze through.
My fat ass gets stuck.
Get a nat one. We have to chop off your tail, man.
Good things I'm good at acrobatics.
Hell yeah, 7.
Oh no. Oh no.
What about you, Sildana?
Okay, I'm good at these, but I might not be good at
15. Yeah. So Bax goes first and he gets stuck. Sildana, you kind of push him and he stumbles into the room. Luckily for the two of you, as you're going through these narrow, like, openings between the walls, there is no pressure plates yet, so you're following a winding, narrow path. Furbrand, do you stay where you are, or you start moving around?
Oh, I start moving around.
As you start moving around, also being careful of the pressure plates, you can hear the scuffing coming from your left further end, and eventually, I want to say Saldana and Bax. There's limited amount of pathways you can take, and you vaguely can see torchlight through the holes between the walls where Furbrand is, and actually there is a connection between you guys and him. So you guys managed to you guys managed to meet up with Furbrand, and you're all very dusty.
He's fucking dark souling it, and we just go, oh, hey.
Yeah, you're a little bit scuffed back, so your clothes are a little bit ripped from, the not very dexterous moving through the wall.
I'm fine.
You're fine, Saldana, and so are you, Furbrand.
To be fair, I have a tail.
But yeah, the two of you meet up in this central kind of 10 feet wide opening a little bit. But you know that there's three pressure plates behind you further around. You're standing on one of them, but there's two more to your right. And the exit, the one that you saw at the very beginning, there's a wall at the moment there.
And I'm already standing on one tile.
Yes.
Can I step on the other tile?
Do you tell the rest of the group how the thing works?
I mean, yeah, I mentioned stepping on a tile changes the configuration. But while standing on the tile I'm still on, can I step on the second one as
they're
well?
a little bit... They're further away. You're going to have to get off the tile you're on to get onto another one.
Alright, then just, guys, step on the tiles.
Do you step on the tiles, Saldana and Bax?
Yeah, I step on the tile.
I follow the path of the one who is the closest to an assassin, which is Furbrand.
Okay, so Saldana steps on the pressure plate next to Furbrand, and I'm gonna say, Bax, you follow her because you need to go to the next one, but before you get to do that, the walls move, and... Oh, okay. So, Saldana, you're fine. Wait. Is that correct? Just double checking.
Turns out, I was the Crimson Death all along. My previous life was a false memory.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh.
I mean, bro, if this was an elaborate plan to kill me, you've gone far.
Okay, yeah, sorry, there's a bit of a mistake here. Saldana, you're okay. Bax, you're surprisingly okay, and so are you, Furbrand, but the walls around you shift again. You know what, to make this faster, I assume that when the walls shift, you step off the pressure plates and try not to step on them until you try to figure out if you opened up the exit.
Pretty.
Yeah. You start going around the paths, they're a little bit more closed off. You seem to not be able to find the entrance or the exit. And so you get back to the 3 pressure plates that were there. Once again. Do you step on the third one, Bax?
Sure.
Okay. You step on the third one, and you 3 are fine, and then the walls around you shift, and further on you notice that the room is back to the time where you managed to find the dagger, to that initial shift. The walls seem to have a pattern. So, any of you give me maybe an investigation check or an insight check.
I do it. Insight.
Can I help him then?
Yeah, you can get advantage if you want.
You give me advantage on insight?
Yeah.
I mean, okay. I have a +10 to insight, by the way.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, but just in case.
Just in case.
29. So, Saldana, by observing the movements of the walls and then having the same pattern as when you've actually... you didn't meet Furbrand in this pattern because he changed it when you came to see him. But you realize that with a 29, from observing everything, you notice that stepping onto a pressure plate causes the walls to shift, but then staying on this pressure plate does nothing, and if you step off of it, the mechanism's already shifted. It doesn't seem to matter which pressure plates you step on. The walls have I'm gonna say it to you in DM terms to make it easier. The walls have 6 different combinations, and they're random. So the more you step on pressure plates, the more the walls change, and one of them will possibly go back to the original corridor. The one that was there at the very beginning. So there's 6 different variations of door combination, of wall combinations. And stepping on any pressure plate will just rotate them. Problem is, if you're in a pressure plate when a door is rotating on you, you're gonna have to jump out of the way. That is the only risk you get to take.
So we just have to rotate it and hope RNG is good to us?
Yeah.
Alright, I step on a plate.
Go.
I am relaying that knowledge though to the group. Yes, by the way.
Do you like get off the plate you were on and step on it again?
Sure.
Okay. So I assume Bax is still standing on that pressure plate he was standing on, and Sylfania as well.
Yep.
Cool. As you guys step again, the doors and walls, the walls reconstruct. You are now in a very big open space, but it seems to be like a closed off room. So this one gives you a lot more space to roam, but there is no entrance or exit.
Step.
The walls don't change.
Step.
Walls revert back to the one where you found the dagger.
I'm just gonna keep going until the door opens.
Cool. As you step on this one, Bax, you are...
Step.
Yeah, Sylfania. You're the only one that is currently, if you haven't been moving, you've just been watching him step on it. You're the only one that can feel the walls behind you try to cover up to, like, you'll get pinched and get stuck. Bax and Fervrand are safe. Their pressure plates are okay. But you, Sylfania, need to give me a dexterity saving throw.
Okie. Please be good. Please
Ooh.
12. Is that enough?
Nope.
No!
Goodbye, Sylfania.
Okay.
I died because of you!
You're
Whoa.
welcome. Now we're even.
Oh boy. Okay. So you take... Jesus, I rolled too well. I am so sorry. You take 21 bludgeoning damage as the two walls... 21! It is 3d10, and I've rolled like an 8, a 7, and a 6. As you're about to... You've been standing on these pressure plates, and in most of the combinations that you've seen, you've been safe. The two of them are right in front of you get to see them, and suddenly the two doors start slamming in front of you, like Indiana Jones style. And you run, and you like jump through to try to squeeze through, and at the last second, the wall pinches your leg. But you manage to like roll it out, but you're pretty sure it's broken, and you take 21 bludgeoning damage. However, in this particular combination, you guys are back to the corridor. So the same one that you saw for around when you started, so you get to see your entrance and your exit in a straight line. But Sylfania is sitting there going...
I take one of the healing potions and I pour it over her broken leg.
Sorry? What'd you say?
I take one of my healing potions and I pour it over her broken leg.
Nice. Give her the heals.
Is that how they work?
You can drink them or you can pour them.
You can pour them? I thought you had to drink them the whole time.
I mean, there's a reason why in Baldur's Gate they literally just eat the potions at you.
Yeah.
Just imagining people just like throwing full bottles.
I mean, you have a danger of having
glass.
glass embedding into you and undoing the healing, but you can do it if you want.
Yeah.
I'll allow it.
Okay.
I'll allow it. How much healing do you do, my dude?
Yeah, how much do I get?
Oh, it's like 2d4 plus 4?
2d4 plus 4?
Greater or normal one?
It's just small. So, 3? No, wait, here, that's 2d... 3 plus
2d4
4.
plus 4, so 7.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You get 7 health back.
Okay.
Awesome. Thank you, Salem. Alright, so Sylfania's leg doesn't look as nasty anymore. And now you guys are aware of where the pressure plates are. You can basically just exit this room if you wish now.
We
yeah.
exit.
Let's go.
You have survived the rotating door puzzle. Good for you guys. By the way, tell me if you guys are starting to get tired and need to go. We can wrap up in any different rooms as well, so it's up to you.
I mean, is there a lot left of the dungeon? Roughly speaking?
It's a big one, yeah.
It's a mega dungeon.
Well, it's not a mega. I think it's a medi dungeon.
Medi.
It's not a mini. It's not a mega. It's not a regular. It's like
The medium.
medium dungeon.
Okay. Then we should probably call it here. We put 3.
I'm about to say, yeah, it's.
Yeah, no,
getting
that's
kinda
perfectly
late.
fine. I was about to call it here as well. I have work tomorrow. I have a presentation and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to do something different to what we usually do. Like every time we do travel, we do either combat or encounter or something. I wanted to do a pure, just puzzle solving, survive the rooms dungeon with no magic. So here we are.
No magic allowed. No fun allowed. Is
Yeah,
what I hear.
it's a what's it called? It's a test of endurance. Also, just giving you advice because this is a medi dungeon, I guess. If you guys need to rest, I mean the place is pretty quiet, so you can just sit down and rest. It's not like you don't have to finish it all in one day. Just saying.
Finishing
I mean,
it all in one day.
I guess we'll just, while we stop here, just take a long rest.
Do you want a long rest, or you can do a short rest to regen your hit points?
I mean, if there's literally, if the dungeon is only reacting to us entering rooms and whatever, and it's not time limited,
If there's nothing really like time limiting us, yeah, like here,
I mean,
there's
you
no
don't
timer.
know that. You've just discovered it and went in. All you know is anybody who went in here has not come back, but you have not seen any bodies. You've seen some blood. You've not seen bodies.
Ooh, isn't it?
What do you think, Fairwind? Short rest or a long one?
I mean, if you need a break, we could take a short rest break, but we don't really need a long rest.
I think we can take a short rest. I think is the happy middle
okay.
ground.
Short rest.
Okay, yeah, you can do a short rest and roll your hit dice to gain some health back. Perfectly normal.
You know what, whatever.
All right.
Cool. I think we'll stop this here and we'll carry on next time. Thank you very much for coming back and welcome everybody to our first session of 2025. I'm hoping you enjoy. I worked really hard on this dungeon. I've been thinking about different cool non-magical puzzles. So I'm excited for you guys to explore this place. And maybe find the answers you seek. Who knows? This is according to the prophecy. So yeah, thank you very much for coming. Those of you guys on Twitch, we're gonna go raid someone, but you, Danny, Gabe, and Mads don't have to stay for that if you don't want to. Awesome. Let me just stop the YouTube stream. Give it a minute. Okay. Let me see.
Didn't even say goodbye to them.
Well, no, feel free to say goodbye. We're still live. I'm just looking for somebody to raid.
Just
Can't believe you didn't say goodbye.
Goodbye. Ooh, a lot of people I know are streaming. Let's see. Do we want to see TCG Card Shop Simulator? Maybe. Marble Rivals.
Anybody's fine.
Don't Starve Together. Ooh. That's an interesting one. Let's go do the Don't Starve Together one. That sounds pretty fun. I'm gonna raid Cappuccino. So thank you very much for coming, you guys. I'll see you next week with my gaming content. We'll see when the next session is gonna be. I will announce it whenever. And yeah, keep an eye out. And thank you very much. Have a good night.
Good night.
Make sure to say hello to Cappuccino. They're a wonderful artist and a VTuber. And they're doing a collab for charity right now, so yeah. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.